I feel like Donald hasn't recapped in a while. Let's have a Donald recap.
Right.
Hey.
All right. All right. Last week on Adventures of the Aegion, we started our session with a heroic battle between our heroes and a group of ghosts that popped out of the fucking ground. Donald unfortunately moved to exactly the wrong place, and another ghost popped out of the ground and possessed him, while our other heroes were doing their best to heroically fight off the ghosts. The ghosts attempted to drag us towards the incoming Balrog, who it sounds like tore past one of the slabs holding our heroes within the room they were trapped in, and was coming towards them. Fleeing for their lives from the dangerous Balrog, our heroes stone-shaped their way out past the slab and ran like the wind, and beat the Balrog to the next crossroads where they could hopefully disguise their scent. Unfortunately, they ran into a mimic door along the way and a gelatinous cube who decided to try and consume the party. The party, however, would not be consumed. They destroyed the gelatinous cube and the mimic door and used the slime from them to hopefully disguise their scents from the evil Balrog. And that's 2 hours of the day.
That was There was a lot of combat. It's a lot of combat.
We ended off with what our map says is the current path forward, having been blocked by a suspiciously smooth wall.
Suspiciously smooth, yes.
Suspiciously.
Suspicious to some,
how you doing?
So we'll pick things back up. You guys I think we ended just finished fighting the mimic and the gelatinous cube, and the gelatinous cube had several items in it that were not completely dissolved in its acidic form.
Oh
yeah. There was a short sword, a quiver, with several bolts/arrows.
Doing okay.
However you deem them. I'm not gonna be that petty.
I was trying to wake up. I need a lot of caffeine.
But you discovered, I believe, Artanis cast Identify on them. As he is able to do that just kind of like at will. Because Athena. And discovered the quiver was essentially a quiver of Elona, but for the purposes of our world, it's a quiver of Artemis. Their arrows were each magical arrows. They were +1 arrows that did an additional 1d6 fire, lightning, acid, and what was the fourth one?
Cold.
Cold, that's right. Fire, lightning, acid, and cold. And could be retrieved if you're able to retrieve them. They could be retrieved to be used again. Is everybody except Thorn back? Oh, hey, Artanis is here.
Hey,
Hey, Artanis, we just finished recapping. As you're just finishing up identifying the magical items, the +1 short sword. Speaking of that, could you make just an investigation check for me?
Sure.
And then a history check. The history check. Well, first let me hear what you got on the investigation check.
Dirty 20.
All right, now roll your history check with advantage.
Let's see. History is a 19.
19. You're pretty sure the short sword is of dwarven craftsmanship. You probably have to consult with a dwarven weaponsmith in order to confirm that. Not that that's going to be difficult for you, but The interesting thing that you notice is the magical runes that are kind of engraved along the blade that give it its magical nature. Though not a huge enchantment, enchanted nonetheless, are in an ancient form of Elven.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. Uh,
Like for us, the Shakespearean version of Elven. Ye old
these
Elvish.
Oh god, don't give yourself alcohol poisoning, Lizzie.
these runes are elven,
Hey, Fies, how you doing?
but this sword. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Thorin, but wasn't this made by dwarves?
Make a smithing check, Thorin.
I'm
What do I
still
add to
rubbing
that?
gelatinous goo into
Uh,
Artemis'
Okay. You would add your proficiency bonus, and for this, we'll say wisdom.
Okay.
Proficiency in wisdom. With advantage.
Oh. Oh, that's better. That's way better. 21.
21.
Yeah.
It is indeed of dwarven make and craftsmanship, and is of a masterwork quality.
Yeah, I start to drool and I go and I grab it. I'm like, please, please,
The
please, can I hold it?
the blade is semi-gladius in shape almost. The blade is very angular, almost like long rectangular with like a triangle, like a right or an equilateral triangle point at the end, and the kind of guard and pommel are in geometric shapes. However, the runic script up it is very flowy and indicative, obviously, of the elven nature of it.
Oh, I know what that is. That's a. I just learned about that sword. It's an African sword. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
I can't
It
remember the
sounds like
name.
you know more than Bill knows about what
Sounds
he's
like you
talking
know more than I do.
Very good.
Well,
I'm
I
glad
watched.
that you're able to picture something in your head, though. That's great.
Yeah, I watched Forged in Fire, so I watch him build them.
Very cool. But yeah, it's a sort of gladius in shape. That short, sort of like stabbing, sort of sword, one-handed. But yeah, it is ancient, probably from well before the Titan War, and of dwarven craftsmanship and elven runage on it.
Interesting. I wonder if this is a unique thing or if more like this were made.
Um, would I be able to ascertain if it was like
Given the
mass
fact that
produced?
given the fact that it's such of high quality, ornate, artistic, and masterwork, probably specifically this probably was not mass produced. No, other things of its nature, of the sort of what appears to be this uh, combined or partnered craftsmanship,
Don't
you are
fucking
unaware. You've
die! I
never,
don't.
neither of you would
I
ever
want to
have
see you
imagined
again.
something like this, some sort of collaboration like this. So, given the fact that it's such high quality, there's probably not a ton of them made. It's like, for very much lack of a better term, it's like a limited edition, like probably like less than that. It's this is like if Picasso made swords. You know what I mean?
So it's
Like,
all bendy and weird shaped.
no, it's not bendy and weird shaped. It's if Picasso made swords or Mozart made swords or, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Whoever originally had this must have been held in high esteem by the elves. Are the runes like just there for the enchantment, or do they also say anything meaningful?
Uh, for your identify, they are there for the enchantment. Uh, they are the source of the enchantment. Though you're not familiar with this school of enchanting, you're used to the different kind, which is more of a less of a rune carving and more of a sort of imbuing an item while using innately magical, things from magical creatures and things like that. Um,
We're not currently long resting, right? We're still.
no,
No.
No, no,
this
no.
is
We
this is minutes after your fight with the cube and the mimic. Um, additionally,
Don't you fucking dare.
from your
No
identify,
alcohol poisoning on my damn
as far
stream.
as it's saying something particular, it is essentially a written invocation. It is essentially
If you're gonna drink on the ums and ers, drink
I'm not going
water.
to recite it because I don't have it written, but it's
Make a
essentially
alcohol drinking
meters
game
of
for the rest of this
poetry
shit.
that is essentially asking the um, essentially evoking the innate magical nature of the world from the very earth, the ore that this was pulled from, to uh, uh, from the ley lines that kind of like run through this world. It's essentially evoking it to pull it out of the inner essence of the metal and uh, uh, reveal itself, make itself known, and um, exert oneself on the outside world.
Gotcha. Um, Probably no time for it now, but whenever we get a chance to rest, I wouldn't mind an opportunity to copy some of these runes into my notebook.
maybe copy them when we settle down for the night.
Right.
As I finish bandaging people to make sure we're not dripping blood.
Um,
Tanis, would you mind using one of your very, very handy organ catching vessels to like fill up on goop in case we need to like.
just a reminder, real quick. It as it has been since your fight with the ghosts. Um, uh, no light, complete darkness. Um, so you know that the Devourer of Light is at least within a few miles.
Right, let's go.
And that never really ended from the time the ghost fight ended. Um, uh, so I mean, you do recall, using these, the remnants of these things could help mask your scent. So, kind of Vistra is like, so I mean, I'm kind of out of my depth here. I'm open to suggestions. Do you think we should try and hunker down here and hide and use this to mask our scent and hope that it passes us by, or should we keep running, or how's everybody feeling? I'm not sure.
This place is going to be covered with not the scent of not just us, but the scent of all of our blood. So
Yeah, Mel's
if we're
still
going
bloody.
to be, if we're going to be, we should not hunker down here. It's a predator. Predators can tend to be able to smell blood at least very well.
Okay, I'm not meaning to argue, but we will have to rest at some point.
We will. Oh, we very much will. Don't worry. I know that, but
You guys, if you'll recall, are right here
yes, we are.
at this little intersection right here.
All right. Well,
And the path we were expecting to find, which was the only other way out, was blocked, right?
Yeah, so you guys came in from this way. The path south is open. The path west, though, is the one where where it's supposed to be. There's that, as Donald put it, suspiciously smooth wall.
Well, it's suspiciously smooth, and it's also devoid of any of the carvings and reliefs that we've seen all over the walls in other places.
Hey, I'm not making a judgment. I'm just saying what you said.
I'm just laying out my reasoning for why I think it's suspicious.
But yeah, that's there.
Like, do we think that wall was like essentially like put up to block us specifically from following?
I don't know. I can't tell you that.
Maybe not.
That's for you to make your own opinion on.
Yeah,
I
no,
can tell
I'm
you. I can tell you facts. I can't tell you.
Yeah, no, I'm more asking the group.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I think maybe not specifically us. If Portia really did come through here like a week ago, but something. Which means that if Portia put it up.
Well, if that's the case, Vistra says, and she also set up, and her party also set up that little present for us back in the big chamber, they're probably not as far ahead of us as we think. The amount of time it would have had to take them to do that.
We've known Portia to... That's the other worry I have, but we should probably discuss that after we get through this wall and once we've got a little bit of distance from the Devourer.
Yeah, sorry. One problem at a time.
Yep. First, the immediate one. Alright. So, I have a scroll of stone shape still. Do we want to try and stone shape through this wall?
Do we want to try to see if we can blow a hole in it with erupting earth?
I don't have any erupting earths left.
I do.
I follow your dreams, but it might be wiser to collapse. What?
That's just the way you phrased it.
That was very David instead of Donald right there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, that's not a phrase Donald would use at all.
Sorry, that struck me.
Donald's not about following your dreams.
I don't know why that got me so bad, but I don't know why that got me so good. But
it might be best to stone shape the path open and use erupting earth to close it behind us. If we're lucky, and if we drip as much blood as we can out here or in the tunnel and not any on the other side, the Balrog might even think that we got, I don't know, crushed to death in the tunnel or something. If it's smart enough to make that assumption. It's still unclear to me how smart
Malik's
dragons
dubious
are.
about it, but
we still gotta make our way
sorry,
out of here.
real quick, just FYI, I'm sorry, just because it's bothering me. It's not the Balrog, it's Balrog, the Devourer of Light.
His
All
name
right.
is Balrog.
All right.
Is Balrog. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea. Doesn't seem like there's any other paths ahead of us that intersect according to this map for a long ways. So
yeah, I mean, if the map's accurate, then this
as much as you roll as possible out
gray
here.
area around
easy to
here
do. I have
is,
like 8 hit
basically
points.
a giant chasm, right? Like this whole area.
You're muted, Bill.
That whole chasm is known as the Foundations of Stone.
Okay.
Like nobody really knows how deep that shit goes.
Okay, so if I'm visualizing correctly, that side tunnel leads directly towards that. And I don't really want to accidentally stone shape our way right out into a potentially bottomless hole.
Well, so here's the thing. I'm just saying the wall that you're talking about is miles from where the chasm. Well, maybe not miles, but it's like
A ways away.
it's like 2.5 miles before you would actually be in tunnel that's over the chasm. If this is accurate.
Fair enough. But yeah, all right, let's try and make our way through. I will create another 2x2 by 31.25 feet hole in the wall for us to crawl through.
All right, so you're using the stone-shaped scroll and not the not gonna have Artanis use Erupting Earth.
No.
All right. So as you begin to read the scroll and the stone begins to shape, as you begin to make the hole, after only about like 3 feet, it looks like it actually opens to the other
Fuck.
side.
All right.
So in the middle of the casting, you can reshape it to a different size if you like.
I'll reshape it to be a bigger hole so that we can walk through, sort
Like
of
just a
thing.
normal door, or
Yeah.
okay, so like a normal door sized, like 8 feet by, 5 feet, 6 feet.
That door thick.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
there's some
we
larger
all short
creatures in
people.
this. There's some larger creatures in this world, so
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, yeah, but not in this party.
Yeah, not in this party.
All right.
This party short.
We
people.
short as fuck, boy.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
so you
big
make
doors.
it just big enough for your tallest member to walk through without having to stoop down.
Bell, real quick. While Donald is off stone shaping, was there anything behind the mimic door?
It was just
No.
flat rock.
It was just a trap.
Yeah.
Fucking
It was
mimics.
just flat rock. Yeah, it was just a
So-
flat rock.
So Bill, you know
So,
I'm just going to chop every
Artanis-
single door now, right?
Sure. Artanis, make a Arcana check for me. As he's doing the stone shape, is there any last little things you guys want to
Natural
collect or
20.
do? Natural 20.
Yep.
So you're kind of staring at this thing, and you're like, you have a pretty good working thesis on how you think this was done, based on some knowledge you've heard of some spells that you don't have access to, but have read about. This could easily, because this is just a small little like personal passage, so this could have easily been made with like a disintegrate spell, and then stone shaped to less of a circle and more of a square thing, and then they could have someone could have like dominated beast or something, or dominated monster or something, like some form of domination magic.
Dwarves are like, go big or
on
go
these
home.
creatures to plant them in there very easily. This all could have been done with relatively high level wizard magic, not crazy high, but
Yeah, this looks like
Abba.
Portia very easily could have set all of this up for us.
with the rights, if she had access to the right like spell resources, and then by that I mean slots, this could have taken her like 15 minutes to set up if she had access to the creatures.
I really fucking don't like her.
Well,
Agreed.
you should be thrilled that we're on our way to kill her then.
Somebody suggested it. I just wanted to confirm. Artanis, were you using some of your jars to get more of the gelatinous cube ooze?
Sure.
How many of your jars are you using? One jar would coat one person.
How many do I have? Let's see.
You're not 100% sure how long a coating will last, though.
There are 6 of us.
7.
Yeah. Oh, 7. Yeah, I'll do it. 7 jars worth.
Okay. You scoop up like Link with potions. Your little glass jar in your inventory is now filled with gelatinous cube goop. As Donald finishes his stone shaping, and the scroll like flash paper bursts into ash and just kind of disappears, disintegrates. What would you like to do?
Head down the hole.
How many jars will fit in a
Alright.
toaster? Are we trying to make the toaster dance like
Alright.
Artanis, do you want to seal it behind us?
like Ghostbusters 2?
Or try to?
Yeah. once
Just a quick proposal. Sound also an attractant. I'm pretty sure erupting earth is not a quiet spell.
True.
it's not, but we've also made quite a bit of noise recently anyway. May as well
Hell yeah.
block anybody from following us.
This is possible.
We also have to get back this way.
When that comes, we can clear it back out again.
All right.
Yeah.
I
If we're sprinting all the way back from the end, we're not going to get anywhere anyway.
Vistra kind of sighs, as she doesn't like the idea of closing up the exit behind you guys, but acquiesces to your better judgment as she sees it. You cast Erupting Earth, Artanis.
Yep.
Just roll damage for me.
3d12.
Yeah.
Right. Go.
See how good and collapsed you make this little entrance.
19 damage.
19 damage. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not the best you could do, obviously, but there's several feet of collapsed rubble, probably, in the entrance. Like thick, several feet thick.
Yeah.
Best I can do for now.
And it makes quite a bit of noise and shakes the earth.
Do any of our lights work now?
Not yet.
No, we need to
Let's get
keep
moving.
going for a bit.
Speaking of which, what kind of a pace are we keeping?
It already we've already made noise, so speedy.
Accelerated pace.
Accelerated pace. All right, I'm gonna need everybody to make Constitution saving throws.
Here we go.
Dun, da-da-da-da. Oh wait, that's copyright.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good one.
13.
21. Natural 19.
25.
21.
Donald.
14. Sinchap.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it.
No worries.
I forget that because you're the only one. I forget that you roll
Just use
in
your
there.
dice, Dommel.
No, I like rolling in roll 20. I don't trust
Everybody
my
can
dice.
roll however they want. Let me. I gotta make a. Oh, speaking of which, but though everybody, you're within 10 feet of Vistra, so you all get a +3 to that.
E.
Oh, so that makes it minus 16.
24.
Oh,
24.
then I'm at a 17.
24.
So you guys should be thanking your lucky stars then, because the DC was 15.
Hey.
Vistra.
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 None of you, none of you take any points of exhaustion.
Yeah, let's go.
As you continue running, at a not a sprint, but you are at an accelerated jog. As you guys are trying to run a pretty quick mile here, at least. You guys begin to make your way down the tunnel. Who's towards the front?
I think it would be Mel because she's got the fastest speed.
Well, it might not just be a matter of that. It might be you guys wanting to keep a specific person in front to keep an eye out for things, but that's up to you guys. That's not the only qualifier.
I will certainly position myself towards the middle.
I am 100% in the middle. I have 16 hit points.
I'll be in front of Ossel.
Because I'm scouting, but I also had 8 hit points.
Wait,
Okay, I
Wait,
will go
let's
first.
just hold on. Can we just do a real quick sound off on hit points for everybody? I just want to do a real quick sound off. Thorin, what are you at?
I'm at 42.
You're at 42. Vistra's at 40 even. Also, what are you at?
14 of 16.
14 of 16. That's right. Yeah. Because max HP
Mhm.
reductions from ghosts. Mel, what are you at?
8 of 21.
8 of 21, which is not your normal
Nope.
max. Artanis, what are you at?
24.
Of
24.
24 of 32.
okay.
Oh.
And Donald?
I think I'm at about 20. I
Okay.
didn't get it off
Yeah.
my token before we
fucked
went
up.
away.
I will tell you. Well, I don't see it on your token actually.
Oh, wonderful.
Um,
Gonna go ahead and say I was around 20.
all right. There you go. All right. So you guys are a bloody mess. As you guys are running down this dark hallway, only able to see no more than like 60 feet in front of you, with no color. A lot of you having your lights out, just as like a canary in a coal mine situation, I imagine. So you can kind of, it's a great barometer on how close you know who is. As you guys continue running, um, as you continue running, uh, you surpass the first mile before you're, based off the map. No, I'm kind of basing this off of before you get to what will be, in air quotes, over the chasm, over the foundations of stone. So as you continue on, I need everyone to make an additional Constitution saving throw. And don't forget your +3 from Vistra.
I'm good. Not 20.
DC's a little bit higher this time. It's 17 because this is.
Ooh.
I got 18. Just past it.
So did Artanis. Um,
It's a
I-
+2 for the aura?
No, 3.
+3.
3.
I just make it.
You got a 17.
I rolled an 11 +2 plus the 3.
All right. Paladins are great.
Yeah, paladins are awesome, guys.
Yeah, maybe we should get a
Um,
paladin, guys.
You guys want to go hire a paladin?
No, I just think one of us should die and be a paladin or take paladin.
Looks like to have
Multiclass.
seances beside our
Well,
rave.
it's you don't get this until I think it's
Oh,
7th
God.
level of paladin.
6th.
6th level of paladin. Sorry. So you guys finish your second mile. You know it was 2.5 miles. So you guys are essentially running like a 5K right now. As you're coming up on that last half mile, in case you want to stop before going over the chasm, that's up to you guys. Do you have, based on the map, an intended stopping point, or I'm just kind of going based off that because that was the last sort of landmark that we talked about?
Is this tunnel we're running through big enough for Balrog to follow us into? If he
Certainly,
was
certainly.
Are
You
our
you
lights
imagine
coming
so?
back a bit at all?
Not
Do
yet.
we even know how big
Um,
Balrog is?
You don't. You've never seen them. But to give you an idea, that's like the tunnel you're running in is like wide enough to be like a 6-lane superhighway.
Oh. Yeah, that's pretty big.
so, but that chasm's like
With a
what,
median.
several more. That's like several more hours of running to get across the chasm, right?
Yeah. So from the time, so you guys are almost to the edge of the chasm. From the chasm to no longer over the chasm to essentially this once you pass this this little crossroads, little T intersection here, that's once you get past that, you're over the chasm. So
I think I will raise the point that I believe everyone could use a short rest.
Like
At least.
it's like a
I think we need a long rest.
We've only
8
been going
mile
for,
run.
we've
It's like
only
an
been going for
8
like
mile run.
4 hours.
Yeah, it's like 6 miles from the thing to the,
Yeah.
or 6
Just
8 miles somewhere in there.
just clarify.
When
So with the torchlight is being suppressed, but our dark vision still works. We're still
your
able to
dark
see.
vision, yeah, you're still able to see the it appears that it just devours light. It doesn't create blackness or like magical darkness. It just you can like fire still gives off heat. Um, uh,
This makes
uh,
it dark.
it doesn't give off any light. So
Gotcha.
like if you're so I believe like Ossel is carrying a torch. If you put your hand close to the torch, like the closer you get, the hotter it gets. Like you can feel the heat coming off of it. It's just not emitting any light.
I mean, as fast as that thing can move, is there really that much difference to us between a short rest or a long rest? Either it's going to chase us down or it's not.
Well, either way,
We've only got a straight away from here. There's not going to be anywhere to hide on the chasm.
Yeah, but if we run into something on the way, I believe everyone's kind of fucked worth of.
That's my point, is should we just take a long rest and not bank on a short rest?
I agree with
Talking
that.
this over.
Yeah, because a short rest is not gonna. Well, hang on. Okay, so out of character.
Yeah.
Um,
You guys can talk about it out of character. if you want.
mechanically, we can spend as much hit die as we want.
Yes, during a short rest.
But the thing is, you guys need a long rest to get all your hit points back, your actual hit points back.
Do we know
you're
that?
not. You don't know that 100% actually. If that's what gets them back.
No, we do know that because we've done that before. We've taken
No.
necrotic damage before.
The thing sucked our strength, not our hit points.
Yeah, the last things you fought with Porcia sucked your strength score, which came back after a long rest.
Hmm.
This reduced your max hit points. This is not the same kind of specter, apparently. So
Okay.
We can
Well,
at
I
least
remember losing
assume
my
that
hit
it's
points
not.
and then getting
Well,
them back, so that's why I say
yeah.
that.
we can at least assume that like not doing that is definitely not going to help.
yeah,
Right. Because if we take
I'll give you that a short rest isn't going to do it.
right, yeah. So taking a short rest is not going to get us to where we need to be. We're still gonna all of you guys are still going to be squishy, which is not going to be good for us. So
Aw, hey Daniel,
might
how
as
you doing?
well-
Thanks for the lurk.
if we're gonna take a rest, we should take a long rest and have somebody cast some restorations if they have them, and then go from there. But I think if this is literally just a straight away, I think we should gun it until we can't any longer, and then take a long rest. That's my vote.
Well, certainly no one has any restorations that are going to help. So
Not
long
for
rest
us.
is, yeah. Long rest is really our only hope.
Let's see if we can find some place that seems at least semi-safer.
I mean, he just said it's like a 6-lane highway, so there's not
Yeah.
very many places to hide. So that's why I say we should just run it until we get as far as we can, until we get to that crossroads part where I think that's what it says up top.
Yeah,
there.
but I mean, again, out of character, like run it as far as we can means we just keep making constitution saves and
We can
Taking
slow
exhaustion.
down
Yeah,
to
we
a
can slow
normal
down.
pace at this point.
We were going at an accelerated pace. We can hit a normal. Like,
Yeah, we can just go
quick
at a
speed
normal pace.
instead of full sprint or
Yeah.
accelerated jog.
Yeah, that's pretty much why the only reason we're making those. Which
Is that correct, Bill?
I'll just if you guys go to a march, you're not going to have to make con saves just yet. Depending on how long you march, you might have to, after several hours, start making con saves. But the reason that you're having to make a con save every mile or so, was because you guys were on a fast run, like trying to keep it under 10-minute miles, essentially.
So one other thing I'll mention is that I am very low on magic. I'm out of second and third level spells, and I'm sure Dom is even worse.
I have two
Um,
second level spells, and that's it.
Yeah.
Any
So
balms
Uh,
left? Any balms left?
2.
so yeah, we're gonna have to do a rest. I kind of figure this is what John is thinking, and Bill can probably prove me wrong. I don't think anything's gonna happen until we get to that room.
All right.
That's what I think, but I have been proved wrong many times.
Vote on march on then. Say
I say
aye.
March. Aye.
Let's keep going for at least a little while longer. Yeah.
That's the longest fucking aye I've ever heard in my life.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, so at
I'm
2
gonna-
miles. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna hail. Who's the worst? Hit points.
You.
wise? No, yeah, but I'm
No,
2
no,
points
Mel.
off my maximum, so that's
Mel
not.
Mel's got 8, so
All right, I'm gonna give Mel a second level cure wounds.
Vistra says save your spells, and I can be more precise. How many hit points do you need to get to your max, Mel?
Let's 13.
13. She gives you 13 hit points. And has 1 left in her pool.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, let's go.
All right, you guys are at an accelerated march, not a run, so you're not having to make saves. You're able to catch your breath a bit, but you're still pretty beat to shit.
We're power walking like old people at the mall.
Yeah. Also, you're with probably the highest survival in the party.
Definitely.
As you guys continue on down this wide, dark, sort of wet, musty, huge cavern. Every once in a while, from underneath some rubble, you'll see what looks like old, ancient rail cars tracks poking out. Probably mine cars and other things would run along them. Continuing on, you're pretty sure also you're getting to that 2.5 mile mark where you're going to start being out. You don't know if it changes or anything. Looking up ahead, you don't see it like open up into open air or anything. But as far as you can tell, you're getting pretty close to that 2.5 mile mark where you're going to be at the foundations of stone.
All right, I'll share that with the group.
Well,
As you guys finish up this little bit of healing. Continuing onward, you're sure you've passed that part also. Which means that apparently this passageway is still completely enclosed over the chasm.
All right, good.
As you guys are at the quick march, you guys have a bit of time to discuss if you need to anything, as you've got quite the march ahead of you.
Wait, so we're resting, right?
No,
No.
we're still walking.
Walking, talking.
Oh, it's walking talk kind of thing.
Got it.
If there's any conversations you want to have.
So yeah, I do think Portia is probably a little bit closer to us than her initial tracks indicated.
I'm going to chop
Why?
down.
What?
I'm going to chop down every single door I see now.
Okay. Thank you for your contribution.
Well,
No, I'll actually say thank you for your contribution. That was fucking gross.
but if she made that, like someone we
She
know
probably
that, right?
didn't make it. She probably lured it in or
Controlled it.
something.
Okay, well, If she
Can anyone
put that
turn her into a
there-
fucking mimic door and then Thorn can chop her down? I don't.
Yeah, I want to.
Not right now, I can't.
I've burnt all my piety. I can't do that.
Wait, what's piety?
No,
Yeah,
we know piety.
Well,
I know.
meta, you know what it is. That's not like a mechanic. In
Thorn doesn't
world,
understand the word
so-
piety.
Yeah, you don't have like a little bracelet.
Like piety? Is it like
you
cherry
don't have, like, a little tattoo
flavored?
on
What
your
is?
arm that like increases as your piety goes up?
Thorn really likes pumpkin piety.
Actually, I do. Check my character art. It's a little Fitbit that says, "Hey, Poseidon, you are not super close anymore."
Is it like a Pokemon, like a Pokewalker? Is that
No, it's
for your god?
Facebook relationship status. It went from in a relationship to it's complicated.
It's basically like I still love you, but I need my space.
Yes, thank you, C Daddy. I appreciate you.
Don't call me out.
Anyway.
Oh man, that was
as you
funny.
guys as you guys walk, if there's any discussions you would like to have about what's coming up or what's behind you or anything like that, you passed like the 3-mile mark from the intersection.
I like think we have like mile
your-
markers and it's just like 0.25.
Well, yeah, Alsol's just kind of keeping track in her head as a ranger. That's kind of with a high survival.
This is U95, Underdark 95.
Yeah. As you get past that 3-mile mark, it's not exact, but you're pretty sure as you get past that 3-mile mark, Alsol, your torch begins to emit light.
Great, awesome. Do we hear any like, or do I hear any like wind currents? Because I know you said like there was like hot air from the forge that kind of blew the like underneath. Like, is there any possible cracks in the foundation where you could kind of hear the chasm whistling or anything like that, or is it just
Perception
still
check.
air in here?
Percepciones.
Perception.
Not bad. 22.
22. Using all of your senses, including vision, kind of using the torch as a tool, the air is as still in here as any place you have ever been.
Fine dwarven craftsmanship.
I would like to like put my finger in my mouth, pull it out, hold it up in the air. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's not true.
Yes,
I
it is.
don't think that's how
No,
that
it's
works.
Yes, it
definitely not.
is.
It's not how that works.
You can't smell or taste the metal.
Time?
Yeah, how do you smell and taste
No.
time?
The metal,
I mean-
metal sweats in the afternoon. You don't know that?
But how
We're
are you
underground.
smelling through your finger?
That is a blacksmith trade I can't teach you just yet. I'll teach you later.
Okay.
I am not related to him anymore. I,
So anyhow,
Pretty
about
sure he's adopted.
Guys, we're in the Underdark. I'm trying to lighten the fucking mood. We have light.
that was pretty good. Yeah.
You're welcome. I am the comic relief for this trip. Fuck all of
Just
you.
lighten the mood by lighting a fucking torch.
Torx
Try to
says,
fucking
I-
make people
I-
happy.
I got it, my lord. It was great, I thought.
Thank you. Of course you got it. Thank you. Write that down. That's a good
Yeah,
thing.
he got it. 'cause
I
he's
already
also
got
a-
it. He points to the page. It's there. We're good.
Yeah.
of course
Write
he
down
got
that
it.
everybody laughed too.
He got it because he's also a joke.
Oh, fuck!
Wow.
Whoa!
Roll a D4 psychic damage.
Oh, that's emotional damage right there.
3.
3. Well, no, it's 1 die. He takes a wound of psychic damage from that.
Oh.
He takes 1 of his 7 wounds.
So Ossel just learned vicious fucking mockery. Got it.
Ouch.
Look at
He doesn't even say anything. He just looks like he's like first shocked and hurt, and then just like kind of is like, no, I think she's right. And then just
Oh
kind of
god.
I look at
Oh.
Oslo and I'm just like, all right. Next time we go home, I'm gonna beat your guy into a bloody pulp.
Yeah, good luck.
Oh yeah. No, you know I can do it too. That's why you're fucking scared. I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah, I'm shaking over here in my shark. What the fuck? And I look down and I no longer have the shark fin on the back of my boots.
Ha! That's what you get for talking shit.
Yeah, sure. That's what it was.
Well, we know that's not the real reason, but I want to think it is.
Out of character, we know. In character, no clue.
Yeah. But anyway, he just kind of gets quiet and trudges along, not really saying much. As you continue on,
Who's taking that sword, by the way?
Yeah, I don't think we decided. I mean,
I think you guys
I
were in
don't-
kind of a rush, so
I
if
can't.
you
I
guys want to
can't
talk
use
about
a
it
short sword.
now,
I can't use a
uh,
short sword, so it wouldn't really
well, you
fit in my motif.
you can, but
It's not gonna. It's not gonna do me any good.
I think it was we had said Mel.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we said Mel if she wanted it. Oslo, can you use a short sword?
I can use anything. I'm a ranger.
I didn't ask for the sass.
I think
That's
you
true.
literally declared yourself the comic relief of this trip a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, you're the
So,
comic relief.
by doing
I am the sass.
By
The
doing
strong-
so, I think you, by the laws of comedy, I think you have asked for the sass.
yeah, Thorin is Michelangelo, Ossel's Raphael, Artanis is Donatello, and Donald is Leonardo, and Mel
Mel
is
is
Master
Splinter.
Splinter.
Master
Are you
Splinter!
fucking kidding?
Fuck yeah!
I would say she's more of a.
Technically,
no,
Master
she's
Krios would be
absolutely-
Master Splinter.
No,
Absolutely, Master
she's the
Splinter.
annoyed. I would think she's the
She's
annoyed.
the quiet. She's quiet. She's the one who knows actually knows martial arts.
Mel suddenly
She's
Venus de Milo.
absolutely
Wait,
the- Yeah.
if this is gonna be a point of debate, Artanis is April O'Neil.
Yeah.
Is April O'Neil secretly
of
a
the fire?
serial killer?
What?
Well,
Maybe
not
that's
actually,
why-
Because that's
honestly,
clearly what Artanis' spirit is.
honestly,
He
I
has
Ah.
the spirit of a serial killer.
I wouldn't put it past Donatello being a serial killer. The smart ones usually are.
Yeah. But anyway,
Smart ones usually are.
as far as wow, we are just terrible with the tangents tonight, guys.
Yeah, no, yeah, this
Just-
is.
I just wanted to
I need-
talk
I need more
about
caffeine.
how Portia's closer than we thought.
We're having so much fun,
I'm
man.
sorry. I'm just.
No,
This is what you did, Bill. You beat us into submission.
You're always having
It's
fun,
not
like
your fault.
Just,
Jesse,
I'm just as guilty, but anyway, sorry.
whatever his name was.
So yeah, you have these magic items, and Donald was talking about how he thinks Portia. Sorry.
Oh yeah, so Portia is probably closer than you thought. Like you were saying earlier, before we got distracted by Thorin declaring himself the comic relief.
Yes. Yeah. They would have to spend at least some time setting up those contraptions and blocks.
I mean, we
I know
tripped an
magic-
alarm spell going into that room, right?
I believe so. So at least they know it went off.
Yeah, but how long do alarm spells last?
Well, that's what Artanis said, right? It was a silver thread, so you believed it was an alarm spell as well?
Yep.
Right, but how long do alarm spells last for?
Thanos would know that,
Because
right?
David knows the
8
answer
hours.
Yeah.
to that, but
8 hours. So we're 8 hours away at least. At the
Well,
most.
well,
don't say that in such an encouraging tone right now.
Vistra says, well, I mean, the trap itself wasn't magical, so the thread would have remained even after the 8 hours, if I know right. So the silver thread that they used to craft it.
So what you're saying is either we're close or they at least don't know
Or-
that we are here yet.
Yeah, we're.
Yes,
And
that.
also, we waited.
Either we're really close and they know that we're here, or that someone's here, and set off their trap, or two, they don't know that someone's here, and they
Further
are a
ahead.
bit further ahead.
Mm.
It's
Well,
really.
We also
it's-
slept 8 hours after we triggered the trap, so
Oh yeah.
that gave them 8
A
hours.
little
of
bit more
movement speed
time.
after that.
Man, it is hard being an optimist in this group.
You should be a realist like me. It's much easier.
You are a pessimist.
I agree to disagree.
Casey Jones, thank you.
Anyhow, yeah, Portia, the I'll kind of gesture ahead towards the Fae. Mention the little things that follow me around did mention that there was an alarm spell as part of that trap. And we know Portia can. We've seen Portia summoning undead before. Had the same, like, sickly green magic that those ones did when they were summoned. And we know from that time she tried to murder us with a bunch of undead on the sea. Pretty sure that was her. That she's capable of summoning undead from distances. The trap with the mimic with the door has her fingerprints all over it. Same
Well,
with the suspiciously created wall over the entrance.
Well, technically speaking, as paladin who knows and a member of TVD who's dealt with my share of undead, they can be created and then just sent places. Like they usually don't have like a time limit on them. That's the benefit of undead.
Fair enough. I don't know. I do think she's closer, but I don't know what that tells me what that tells us other than we might need to prepare for confrontation sooner than later.
I don't think that undead was hers, personally. Because it was carrying us kind of mindlessly towards, or what.
As somebody who
Going to
collected the
summon us
original
towards the-
Ninja Turtles cartoon on VHS tapes, this
towards
conversation makes
Balrog.
me so happy.
I had to correct myself. So, unless she's in cahoots with that thing, which I doubt.
It wouldn't be impossible.
Vistra asks, who were they carrying towards Balrog?
One of us went unconscious,
Mel,
Mel, and then they started
the dwarf,
moving.
the wolves
then-
started dragging her towards where the Balrog was, where we thought the Balrog was coming from.
Yeah, and like that.
Oh fuck.
That was direction. I
Mean
it's a-
something to you, Mel?
Actually, no, that didn't actually happen. Wait, that didn't happen. That got retconned because he counterspelled it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Ah,
Oh,
That didn't
whoops.
happen.
Yeah, no. It took me a second. Like, oh right.
sorry about that.
Hmm.
So never mind then. So I guess I don't think anybody then got dragged. So that actually didn't happen.
It did have me running towards where we thought the Balrog was coming
That
towards.
is true.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I'll start preparing a little bit less utility and a little bit more, at least to counter what we know Portia can do with my spells. I think that's all we can really do with this knowledge for now.
And I think I'll be staying a little bit towards the back.
Do we still have light?
You do.
I mean, I think we're still walking.
Yeah,
well.
you guys never stopped walking, so
No, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
we just keep
I'm just
moving.
making sure I'm keeping
You guys
track
are-
of the light.
definitely like out right over the middle of the of the chasm at this point, the foundation.
Like Thorin, do you want a torch?
No, I'm just checking, making sure that, we're good.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
got
fair
this,
enough.
So I was just.
Yeah, I'm
if you
just
want-
keeping track to see if it's on our ass or not.
I mean,
Well, you would stop seeing in color, so that would,
That'd be my first. Okay.
that'd be your first clue. Because your dark vision is shades of gray. So it would be immediately clear to you, actually. As you continue walking, the bolts, arrows, and the quiver. Did you guys decide who's?
Oh yeah. I think we decided to give that to Ossel, and then the sword was for Mel. I forgot about the bolts.
So what do we know
Unless
about that
Mel won.
sword? So I can add it to my thing if we're doing that.
So, as far as Artanis explained to you, it's just a +1 sword.
Oh, okay. Cool.
+1 short sword.
Masterwork +1 sword.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
like
interesting craftsmanship.
yeah. Thorin would like to study it at some point when we get home.
Hmm.
If you want one of the bolts, Mel, or a few, you can feel free to.
Sure. Thanks.
So there's
Yeah,
gold.
they magically shift, just like armor shifts to your size. They shift to become arrows, bolts, hand crossbow bolts. You know,
Ooh.
because who wants to
Convenient.
fucking deal with that kind of nonsense bullshit?
Yeah, right.
I feel like you have a lot of fire stuff, so I think the fire one would fit you, just because of all the burning smites. That'll be fun.
Hmm.
And would you also like acid, cold, or this mystery one? Because I forgot.
Lightning.
Lightning.
I forgot.
Lightning or acid sounds good.
Mystery.
Take lightning. So I'll take
Yeah.
acid and cold.
Yes.
Okay, so lightning and fire.
Yeah. So the arrows are +1, and then they also do an additional 1d6 damage of the specified type.
Okay. This turns into a bolt, so
I spend a good minute going like doing this shotgun thing in my head where I go bird shot, slug, bird shot, slug, and I go, should I do that? Probably not.
Um. As you guys kind of hand these out as you're walking, kind of like putting them away into your new fancy quiver, also, which is almost like it's like a quiver of holding
Oh
almost.
no, I thought we'd give the quiver to Thorin so you could hold a bunch of javelins and stuff.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
I just took the bolts and I put them in
Yeah.
my quiver, but Thorin took it so he could keep a whole bunch of javelins on hand.
yeah, you can keep like 6 javelins and 6 spears, plus a bunch of arrows or bolts in there.
hell yeah.
Or more than that. It's if you look at it, it's the quiver of Alona. You can probably look it up on D&D Beyond pretty easy.
It's
I think D&D Beyond copyright.
Uh,
I thought it was like it pretty much held everything.
Hmm.
Here. D&D Beyond. What a lovely thing.
Hmm.
Sam Regal, we love your singing voice for this. We don't even know where you are.
Yes, here you are. Each of the quiver's 3 compartments connects to an extra dimensional space that allows the quiver to hold numerous items while never weighing more than 2 pounds. The shortest compartment can hold up to 60 arrows, bolts, or similar objects. The mid-sized compartment holds up to 18 javelins or smaller objects. And the largest compartment holds up to 6 long objects such as bows, quarterstaffs, or spears.
Well, there are 6 javelins in there.
Oh, there's also 30 bolts. I take my bolt box out of my thing. I refill my quiver and I take the 30 bolts in there and just go shink.
Right into his. There you go.
Oh yeah.
They're heavy for me. They're
Yeah,
light for you.
honestly, if you just want to use like that as like your okay,
Your
I'm putting my
refill?
bolts in. Yeah, it's like come get your refill. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, because yours holds 20 and that one holds 60, so you can use that one as like your refill.
Dropping ammo here.
The average quiver.
No.
I believe the average quiver is 20. Yeah,
Mhm.
20. Alrighty. So you finish passing those out. As you get to that first bend, first southwestward bend in the tunnel.
So are we gonna just keep walking until we collapse?
If I gotta rest, let's do it here.
Yeah, it's about the time.
We can camp around the corner and...
So you guys are not quite 5 miles from the intersection.
We're almost there, guys. Come on, just keep going. We'll get to the crossroads. Once we get not over the cavern, I'll feel a lot safer. God forbid there's some kind of tectonic shift or something.
Yeah, you don't wanna be anywhere near that.
We're 15 miles from the crossroads.
Yeah, I think he means that first crossroads. I think.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, not the crossroads.
That one you're 3
The
miles.
Royal Crossroads.
Yeah, that one you're another. Yeah. That one you're another 3 miles from.
Okay. Sounds right.
Fine.
Fine, let's go.
All right, for this last leg, the condition you're in, the beating that you've taken, the running you've had to do, I'm going to have you guys make one more Constitution saving throw. You all get +3 from Vistra. The DC on this one goes up by 2 again, though. It's 19.
19.
I literally just got a 19.
Oh, I rolled a dirty 20.
Even
So
Vistra
23.
failed.
Oh, fuck.
So if you fail, you take a point of exhaustion. As you finish this hike, coming towards the end of your little hike here to this miniature crossroads, I believe you said also you were towards the front.
No, I am 100% towards the middle.
I'd be towards the front
Okay.
just to scout.
I said I was in the front. Oh, never mind.
I have 16 maximum hit points. I am not fucking
Yeah.
around with anything.
I'm shit, but I can also run faster backwards if I need to.
Mel, make a perception check for me.
Okay. 13.
13. You don't notice it until you only are about like 30 feet, 30 to 20 feet from it. But suddenly, as you're coming towards where that crossroads is supposed to be, the floor just disappears.
Oh, fuck. So, like, it's like broken, or...
Yeah, like broken. It looks like it's there's a edge.
Yeah, and just, like, immediately stops there and, like, puts the hand out to the side, like, hold on.
Yeah, as you get a little bit closer, you can see as you come up to the edge, with your current light sources that you have, you cannot see across to the other side. You can see the walls on the sides and the ceiling are all still there, but there is a huge section in the middle, and you're only about like 20 feet from where the actual crossroads would be, where the edge of the hole is. So you can kind of see around to the other sides, but down each side, that's also it's collapsed right in the middle of the crossroads of the intersection.
Well, fuck.
I would like to go up to the edge and kind of tap where the ground would be if it had not been destroyed.
What are you using?
My staff.
Your staff?
It's-
You go to there's nothing. It hits air.
Damn.
I could do the.
What was that?
What was that?
I don't know.
I thought it
Like-
sounded a little like Artanis. It's like
I also
sighing
think it
or
was
something
Artanis.
like.
No, that was my phone's having a stroke.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Oh.
I thought
Here's some
Artanis was
panini.
finally breaking and just giving like a god fucking damn it.
The optimism of that wizard finally broke, and it was you who did it. I could do the rope trick with Ravina and see how far it is.
Sure, go
Good
ahead.
shot.
Wait. I have an idea before
Hmm.
you spend a spell slot. Does anybody
Oh.
have?
That's not.
Does any
It's not a spell.
rope trick is not a spell?
Oh no, the rope trick, not rope trick.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna cast a spell. I was just gonna
No.
say, why doesn't if someone could cast light on your bolt and you could just shoot it to see how far it goes?
I mean, that's also true.
Hmm.
Look at Thorin. That was that one for the day.
There you go.
That's my 9 intelligence.
And then the light bulb fizzles out.
Like, wait, what
We're all like, oh
happened? What
fuck, a Balrog's back.
Oh, my head hurts. My head
Um,
hurts.
Yeah, you take 1d4 psychic damage.
Considering the quietness of the elves, I'll just tie the rope to a torch and do the same thing I did for Ravina and just send her 60 feet. And
Ravina cannot see, doesn't have dark vision.
I understand that, but she is also carrying a torch, which gives her bright
She's
light.
she's carrying a torch and the end of a heavy rope.
No, I've cut a section of rope. We've done this before. I've cut a section of rope off, not 50 feet of rope, like 4
I
feet
know.
of rope. Tied that to the end of the torch. She flies off with it.
Oh, all right.
Or here, or how
I
about
thought
this?
you were like having her go with the rope so you could see how far across it is or
no.
whatever.
She's taking it.
Okay, so you give her a rope to hold that's tied to a torch so that she can see, and she takes off, heading across, just straight across.
Yeah.
She flies off. Make a perception check
As her or as also?
as you, because I'm assuming what you're doing, and correct me if I'm wrong, is if you're sending her to fly across to the other side, and when she gets to the other side, turn around and come back
That's correct. 17.
to try and figure out how far across it is.
Yes, 17.
17. It is as you do that, it goes beyond your dark vision, so you're just seeing a light in the distance, right? So you're trying to gauge it based off of when it turns around to start coming back to get bigger again, essentially the size of the light. When it does like the wide loop, like when it stops going straight and kind of turns around, makes that turn to come back, that arc, that's what you're looking for. And you're trying to gauge the distance that she's flown. You get the sense that it is well over 100 feet.
Fuck.
Probably somewhere between 150 to 175 feet straight across.
And this just dumps us out into the chasm if we fall?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you assume that looking down over the side, it just disappears into blackness. Like if you want to drop a torch or something down, you can do that.
Nah, that's okay.
Nah, pass.
Pass.
Last time we dropped something into dark. Oh well, last time a retainer dropped something into darkness. It didn't work out very well for us. All right then. It appears that we need to grow wings.
I mean,
Right.
I can do that, just not now.
So the bubble.
There's no alternative to get across a different way? Vistra asks.
Look around.
Not from
I mean,
our
I
current
don't know.
position.
I presume that if if Balrog is a dragon, that they can fly. And I don't know why I thought being on the other side of the chasm would make me feel more safe.
Well, I gotta cross it eventually, and this is just the easiest way to do that.
You
Or it
see,
was.
can see if there's like anything along the walls that might help, or like being able to
Uh,
climb.
being able to climb. Well, that's the issue. Because because it's right at the intersection,
Mhm.
so the you could attempt to essentially sort of like God of War your way with like the sufficient climbing equipment
Hmm.
around one of the corners. You can't really see how far it's like in those directions that it goes before the floor kicks in back in. Uh, but from where you're standing, it would be like 20 feet of that horizontal, like uncharted climbing
Bouldering?
before you hit the corner and we're able to try and move around it, which is a 90-degree corner.
This is a full Ninja Warrior obstacle.
Oh yeah. God.
And climbing is athletics,
Hmm.
and some of you are exhausted.
Yeah, I ain't gonna fly. Fuck.
But giant owls will fix this, correct, Dommel?
They could.
It would if they would if I had enough
After a
magic left
rest.
to call them.
All right. Well,
Actually,
let's back up. 500 feet. Artanis will set up the bubble. We'll take our nap that we so rightfully deserve, and then we'll tackle this feat in the morning, or the evening, or the when the metal sweats.
well, hold that thought for a second. Because we might. Well, we can go start resting before I do this. Just might make it easier in the morning.
I'll start making the dome.
So how far back are you going from the edge?
3 inches.
Sorry.
Like I don't know what's good, like 30 feet.
What do you guys?
I was thinking like 500 feet. Like, like let's backtrack.
500 feet's a lot. That's over a football field.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
football. That's like 1.5 football fields.
Yeah, that seems right.
Okay.
Like I said, this is from my perspective. I'm
Yeah,
giving
yeah,
my
yeah.
input. You guys can take it or
Sure, sure,
leave
sure.
it.
That's great. You guys go back a ways until even with your light sources, you can't see the edge of the thing, which is sufficient for Ossel to believe that you guys are sufficiently far away, and that it's around that distance that she said, and you begin to
Tommy, how
set
you
up
doing?
the bubble, Artanis. I believe it's a 10 minutes ritual.
I'll
As
do it like against a wall, and I'll like try to make it opaque in a way that is like the same color as the wall, so that if something happens to pass by, hopefully it might not notice us.
Okay. You begin to you set up the dome off to the side by the
It's
wall,
welcome home.
not intersecting the wall because you need all the space for all your people.
Right.
But right next to it. You kind of do 10 paces away from the wall and sit down cross-legged and begin your meditation ritual to summon the dome. As you're doing that, Donald, you're casting a spell of your own, it would appear.
Yes, I would like to cast Locate Animals and Plants to see if there are any flying beasts within 5 miles of us.
Within 5 miles of you, if there are any flying beasts. Describe and name a specific kind of beast or plant. Trying to decide whether I believe flying beast is
I
specific.
can make it more specific if necessary, but
Could you?
uh we'll say this is underground. Bats live underground, right? Any large bat-like flying beasts.
Okay.
Any large non-feathered flying beasts.
Okay. You flying mammals.
Bats.
Or
Okay.
lizards. So you cast a spell within 5 miles, and you indeed get a ping
Ooh, where?
down.
Oh. Well, that's probably not helpful, unless I want to stand at the void and scream.
I mean, don't you? Don't
I
we
do,
all right now?
but- Oh, I do, but not for that reason.
My menacing DM hood is getting hot. So
um, is that what they're calling it nowadays?
that's what Donald was calling it.
The hood looked menacing when it was just you, like, yes, what shall I do today?
Go.
The hate flew through you.
But you get a ping below you, so there's at least one. Not that far, probably less than a. Is it? Does it tell you the exact distance?
Yeah, distance and direction.
Distance and direction. So it's down at a slight angle, probably against a wall. Um, uh, just shy of a mile.
Alright. Now I'll turn to the rest of the group. If we wanted to speed things up, I can try and call some of the big flying creatures that are apparently living in the chasm below us and see if they'll give us a ride.
Your voice will carry a mile.
It's a big cavern. I can yell pretty loudly. I'm sure it echoes down there. Either that or we can, I don't know, throw rocks or something. I don't think it's a very good idea, but if we do need to speed things up, they're down there.
I would like to put this to a vote.
I just
Yes,
said I
we're
didn't
so
think.
good at voting.
I just said I didn't think this was a very good idea.
Yeah, I don't think anything that moves
Which
around here is going to be friendly to us.
Well,
This-
that's
this-
what the magic is for.
Vistra says, at this point, I really don't think there are any bad ideas. I'm open to hear anything. That one, though, I think bears discussion.
So I can also
Again,
cast.
it
I can
could
also
just
cast
be-
for additional context. I can also cast the animal friendship spell to make them our friends.
I say do it.
And again, I know it seems completely illogical. It's just about me, Vistra says, but I don't know why. But I feel like resting on the other side of the chasm makes me feel safer. I don't know why. I'm sure the thing that's chasing us can fly, but
I say do it, Dommel.
Oh no!
I trust you.
Oh no!
Yes, I am putting false hope in you. I can feel the I can feel the Aegion coming off.
Definitely said that out loud. It's 100% canon.
Oh no, he
I'm
did
filling
that.
with false hope now.
If
Well,
we're going to,
that's at least one. That's at least one vote for it. Vistra says.
if we're gonna try it, let me make a new bubble closer to the edge, so that if something goes wrong, you guys can just duck back into the bubble.
That sounds like a grand idea.
Fair enough.
So we are going to try it, Vistra says.
No bad ideas at this point.
Disagree?
I'm pretty sure there are at least some bad ideas, but I don't know.
The only bad
I don't
idea
get
is
this shit.
no idea at this point.
I don't
Um,
like that everybody accepted this so willingly, but all right, let's go for it.
I'm not saying I'm accepting it. I'm just.
you walk closer to the chasm. How close to the edge?
uh, probably like 5 feet from the edge.
Well, and then Artanis is going to set up a new dome.
All right.
He said.
Oh,
Oh.
let's say about 25 feet from the edge.
Okay. So you guys get like 25 feet from the edge. You set up. You take the 10 minutes. You set up the dome. Um. Uh. So the dome is set up. Same kind of scenario as before. Um. As Donald, your steps kind of echo for the first time in this place as you get closer to the edge, and approach the. I mean, it's appropriate adjective. The void. Looking over, your legs get that sort of weak, like knee knocky feeling, and you get that weird sensation in the back of your like reptile brain of like, do it, jump, do it, do it. You know.
Is that really what the reptile brain says to do?
You know, that like subconscious feeling when you're standing at the edge of a precipice of you're like, what if I just jumped right now? But you approach, looking out over into the inky blackness.
All right. Well, I will also cast Speak with Animals from the
Staff.
and I will call out in animal
Shepherd.
speak. Yeah, from the staff of the shepherd, and I will call out in animal speak, just into the void. Help! Help me! I'm stuck.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasiones.
Fucking hell.
You kind of stand there waiting for a moment. Waiting. Just staring off into the motionless, still blackness. You're not sure if this whole like falls out the bottom of the world. But as you look, make a perception check for me.
They're bats. I don't think they like bread.
Tell him you
It's
have
a-
fruit? I
Inside,
don't.
inside joke.
Inside critical role joke.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Bats and bread.
Bread. I bet there's bread.
18. You see a shape with wings flapping in the darkness coming towards you.
Oh, I hope this is the beast I sensed. Can I tell if it's a beast?
With an 18, that's all you get.
Okay. I will whisper to everybody else, something's coming. Get ready. Just in case.
What's
Are
everybody else doing?
I'm in the bubble.
Yeah, I'm in the bubble.
That's probably the best place for you to be.
As he whispers, be like,
I will at
"We
least.
got- we
Okay.
got
I'm gonna be prepared by Donald to like grab him and yank him the fuck away from this thing if it's not a fucking. It's not something he can deal with.
I have to be in the bubble. So
Yep.
I'm in the bubble saying, we got
probably
your
best for
back.
all of us if you
Vistra-
want.
Vistra is exactly 10 feet behind you, Donald.
Oh, I genuinely appreciate that.
She kind of gives you a look of like reassurance, and you feel a little hardy,
Yeah.
you know, a little more. And Mel, you said you're right next to him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be prepared to like use all of my movement to drag his ass into the bubble if I can.
If you have to, okay.
Mhm.
You can make a perception check of your own then, if you'd like. If you're looking out into the into the black, the abyss.
As
Okay.
it stares back at you.
In this case, it may literally be doing that in a moment.
17, so not much more than.
Yeah, after a moment of him, when he says it, you look and try to concentrate, and a couple moments later, you actually pick up the shape. It's almost like just a silhouette at this point. You can't really tell. As it's getting closer, the wing shape is stranger than anything you've seen before. Um,
Smoky.
I found a cryptid.
it is not smoky. Uh,
We still have light.
you do have light.
Okay, we're good.
Donald, you recognize it, the shape first, all your years at sea. It's sort of like manta ray shaped or stingray shaped.
Oh
Huh.
shit! Get out of there! Fuck!
Interesting.
Fuck! 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 Oh no!
Yeah.
It's getting closer rapidly.
Oh no! I know exactly what this shit
Yeah,
is.
what
Are
is-
you doing anything?
Gonna back
know
up
about
a
this
few
shit.
feet from the edge of the cliff, from the edge of the void, at least.
Do the same and just like grip prepare.
And I will be ready to cast Animal Friendship once it comes within 30 feet of me, and hope to God that this is a fucking beast and not a monstrosity.
As it breaks into the light, its crimson pupilless eyes kind of, the lids close ever so tight on them as it pulls up, and you can see now this full. I'm just gonna ask, do you know what a cloaker is? Like,
I feel like I've
meta.
heard that before,
Yeah.
but
It's exactly what I thought it
Just
was.
you can just Google image
Yeah,
search
I
cloaker.
know.
As it comes up,
what the fuck is that? Crap.
Yup.
yeah.
Run.
I'm going to need, as it lets out a
Probably a screech.
hold on, oh, a scream, which is more of a baleful moan. I'm gonna need everybody that can hear it, so the dome does not protect you, to make wisdom saving throws. Mel and Vistra, you guys have +3 to your saves because
Okay.
Mel and Donald, you have +3 to your saves because Vistra. Wisdom.
Oh, Vestra!
Oh, Vistra.
Oh.
Oh,
16.
Vistra.
I got a
6
23.
23. So you're good. Not a super high DC. Thorin. So Thorin and Vistra hear this moan. And you become frightened of this creature. And I'm going to need some initiative rolls real quick. Real quick initiative rolls. Whoa, why is that?
Also 12.
Why is that? That is so weird. I just went into my music and it was all opened, like all the little sections were opened. It was nuts. Alrighty. Oh, Vistra Initiative. Oren. Damn, boy. All right. Thorin, you act first, and then Artanis.
I'd like to
Just kind of
rage.
theater of the mind here, because I wasn't expecting this. So
I would like to rage first off.
I just knew that they were down there, and then so
Sure you
Well,
did. Our writers are really good, aren't they, Bill? Wait, muted? I'm not muted. Okay.
no, you're good. So what are you gonna? You're in the dome.
I rage.
Okay, you rage.
I am no longer frightened.
You are this frightened is suppressed because you are mindless in mindless rage
Haha.
as you let out your lion's roar.
I would then. Well, where? So it's 25 feet away from me. It's flying in the air,
Not
correct?
25. It is not 25 feet away from you. It is more than that. It is.
The dome was 25 feet away from.
Yeah, it is 30 feet from like the edge of the. It is like 30 feet from the edge of the fall off, and the screech at a range of 60 feet. So.
Got it. So my range for my javelins is what again?
I think it's like 3120.
Okay, so if I run up, okay, yeah. So I'm gonna run up to the edge, which is 25 feet. So
Yep.
I still have a lot of movement.
Yep.
And as I'm running, I'm gonna just kind of do just like Olympic style, just hop, skip, jump, throw a javelin right
Nice.
at its face.
Throwing two of them.
Oh yeah, reckless.
Yeah,
if that gives
both
me
one in
advantage.
each hand, Viking style. Just
Oh yeah.
make both your attacks.
Does it give me advantage since they're ranged? Or does that only happen on melee? Since I'm doing it reckless.
Oh, yeah. It's any strength-based attack, I think.
Okay.
So, and these are strength-based. So, sure. So advantage on each.
First one, I believe is a 16, but let me double check. It's actually a 17.
17.
Yeah, first one's a 17.
That totally hits.
Okay, second one. That's a 16 plus 7.
16. Yeah, that also hits. So go ahead and roll damage for both. Those are D6 damage, plus your modifiers and stuff.
11.
11.
Hang on. Yes. Wait.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. No, sorry. Sorry, I did the math wrong. And then 17. 19.
All right. Nice.
I didn't add in my modifier.
Oh, no worries. All right, so you throw both, and they both impact it, and it lets out another screech. This time in pain. As you watch this dark, smoky vapor begin to come off of it, and it's come out of the wounds as this dark black Icarish blood begins to spill down the front of it. That ends your turn. That is
Yes.
Artanis from the dome.
So here's a question. So the dome disappears if I leave its area.
Mm-hmm.
If I just stick my hand out of it, does that still break the spell?
Nope. You have to fully leave the dome. Like you can stick parts of your body out, like you can stick your head out. You have to stay at least halfway in the half your body has to be in the dome.
Okay. So then, what I'd like to do, just to be on the safe side, bonus action Blade Song, which I believe is my last one.
Okay.
And then I will activate my arcane blade and make it as bright as possible.
Okay.
And then I'm going to kind of whip it outside the dome so the blade is outside. And as I kind of whip it forward, I'm going to fling a firebolt at this thing.
Alrighty. Go ahead and make your attack.
21.
That hits. Roll damage.
12 fire damage.
That's not bad. 12 point. So you throw out the firebolt as it impacts it. Big flare of fiery magical energy across it as it screeches out in pain again. Well done. That ends your turn, bringing us to the Cloaker, who is going to fly down. Mel.
Mm-hmm.
Odds or evens?
Odds.
So odds, it goes for you.
Okay. Cool.
It comes flying down towards you. It is first going to try to come down with a bite attack.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 9 to hit, so that's going to miss. It is then, as it kind of flies around you, it is going to, as it kind of wheels around you, having missed the bite, its tail stinger kind of swings around and is going to try and lash out at you.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably going to hit. That is a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
You suffer 8 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And as it wheels away from you, it is going to activate its ability called Phantasms as the smoke begins to come out around it. And it creates what looks like 2 other duplicates of it next to it as it's flying around.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to end its turn, bringing us to Vistra, who says, "We should just run into the dome, right?"
Yes.
And she runs and takes off towards the dome and just runs into the dome. That brings us to Mel and Dom.
Good.
Okay. Well,
It is still engaged with you, Mel.
yeah. So I am going to use a mixture of what I can do here.
Vistra disappears inside the opaque dome with the rest of you guys and says, there's like, I don't know, obviously you can see it, but I've never seen one of those before. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Would it be safe to say that I'm standing, like, kind of next to her and the thing?
It's relatively close, yeah.
All right.
Okay. So what I would like to do is bonus action Step of the
in, right-
Wind to disengage.
Nice.
Then I'm going to use my action to dash while grabbing Donald and dragging him with me back into the dome.
You submit, Dom.
I guess so.
Just like basically fireman carry his ass and just run.
Yeah. You just like grab him by the collar and you have more than enough movement speed to even moving at half
Sneom.
speed, dragging him to pull him in. That ends your turn, Mel. Donald, you're up. Donald, and then Ossel.
Well, I guess I'm dragged into the dome, so I'm
Yes.
just gonna take an arrow and try to shoot this thing.
You take out your bow, knock an arrow, and
17.
that hits. For unfortunately on the one on damage. For 5
Oof.
points of damage, though.
Yeah, we take those.
As it now has a third projectile protruding from it. Any bonus actions or anything?
No, everybody seems fine.
Alrighty. Ossel.
Pull out the Sentinel's automatic crossbow in 2 shots.
Yeah. Just normal bolts.
Normal bolts. One is a natural 1. The other one is.
Why do you sound so far away now?
Oh, I moved my mic.
Oh,
Sorry.
there you go.
One is a natural 1. One is 17, I think. Let me double check.
17 hits.
Yeah, 18. All right. Cool.
Roll damage for 1. As the other crossbow bolt disappears into the abyss.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
As a matter of
13
fact,
points of damage.
13. You can roll damage for that first one too.
Sure.
As Thorin, you catch one in the ass cheek.
4, 5, 6. That's 8.
It's in the meaty part. It's not anywhere near the hole.
That's 10 points of piercing damage to Thorin's buttocks.
Okay.
So I take 5.
You take 5, yes, because you're raging. Anything else, Ossel? And you turn and look and see there, Thorin kind of as he's got a crossbow bolt sticking out of his ass, his left
He's
glute.
taking worse. I believe in him. No, I'm still inside the dome, like I'm crisscross applesauce, just like lined up.
Yeah.
I should probably stand for the next one.
Uh,
I had my turn there.
Top of the order, Thorin, you're up.
Oh, motherfuck. Is it like right in my face?
No, you're not engaged with it, because it was over by Mel, and you kind of came in from a side angle, so and threw
Can I
your
get
javelins.
engaged with it?
It is like right at the edge of the, chasm. It's kind of flying over the edge of the chasm. So you could, but your toes would be right at the edge.
I'm pretty smart. I'm sitting at a 9 intelligence, so I'm pretty smart, and I would know I'm not tall enough. So I will turn around and go in the dome.
All right, so you turn around and run into the dome. That's just your movement.
And I sit crisscross applesauce with the biggest pouty face and just say, I wish I was taller.
He knows what he's doing. Artanis.
So I can't see it anymore from where I'm at?
You can. It is in dim light.
Okay. Then I will whip another firebolt at it.
Make your attack roll.
15.
Hits. Oh, wait. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry. Ba, 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 ba. First, so you hit, roll a d6. If it's a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 4, then you hit one of the duplicates.
That's a 2.
So it hits one of the duplicates and they disappear.
Cool.
Bonus action?
Nope.
All right, yeah. So you pop your hand out of the dome again with your blade, hold it out. The bolt of fire shoots out, and you watch as it goes straight through one of the illusory duplicates, and the duplicate just kind of vanishes into the smoke that it's emitting from like its torso.
That's my bit.
How's it feel, motherfucker? um, that brings us to the Cloaker. The Cloaker, yeah, comes flying straight at the dome. um, and impacts with it. And it's like one of those like sucker fish that's on the side of a tank. Just like, and it pulls off, and it makes an investigation check, and realizes what's going on, and it kind of just pushes off of it, and starts flying.
Attack of opportunity, everybody.
Please and thank you.
You can make attacks of opportunity if you want. Yeah.
Yes. Can I make this reckless or no?
Sure.
$18.
Hits. Yeah, his AC is for. Oh wait. First, Thorin roll a D6. If you get a 1, 2, or 3, you hit it one of the duplicates. If you get a 4, 5, or 6, you hit it.
6.
All right, so you hit it. So go ahead and roll damage. And this is with your great axe.
Yeah, that's I rolled a 12, so
Oh Jesus.
19.
Oh God. Ossel.
Do I got to roll to see if I hit it?
Yes, same thing. Roll a D6.
1.
All right, so you hit it, one of the other duplicates, and it dissipates. Anybody else taking attacks of opportunity as it leaves?
Do it.
I mean, I'm
I'm
holding
in the
a
dome.
bow, so I
I'm
don't
not-
think I can.
So are they in the dome?
I don't think I
Alright,
can.
if
I can't attack with opportunity with the ranged attack. So
Yeah.
Also dead.
No, I used my axe.
She used her
Never
axe
mind.
just like you did.
If it just suckered up against the glass, it
Oh.
would have like that thin veil barrier between the dome
Yeah.
and us.
Alright. Oh. I can take out the
Punch it in the face.
I'll take out my scimitar. Fuck it.
All right, scimitar comes out. Whooshing. You do one of those like drawing.
Oh right, I need to
strike-
do the. Do I still need to do the D6?
Well, you got to hit first.
Oh, okay, that's true.
Oh no, you don't, because Ossel hit the last duplicate. So.
Oh, okay. Well, run that then. Natural
And if you get-
17.
That'll hit, and you get sneak attack because your allies are within 5 feet.
Woo! Okay.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it.
It has 12 hit points left.
Oh, I did 11 though.
Oh
Shit.
yeah!
Can I attempt to punch it?
Hit it with the stick.
Punch in the nose.
You
Go.
can certainly try.
Alrighty.
If you want to make a just a strength check, because you are not proficient in unarmed strikes.
Or I'll hit it with the stick, but without shillelagh.
Okay, it's going to be a strength attack.
Yep, which comes out to oh no, I missed.
Yeah,
Alas.
you swing and kind of spin around like the kid using the baseball bat.
Oh
that's
wait,
in
fuck.
form.
Hold on. I didn't actually add my modifier to that damage. I just rolled the dice. So
Oh.
technically.
You pulled a
Oh,
me.
in that case, how do you want to do this?
Oh my god. Fuck, so does this thing have like any kind of like throat area or something like that? Because I feel like it's trying to go away and I just like ram the scimitar up like through or like through the head.
It's literally like a flying monstrous stingray.
Right. Just like basically swing the scimitar out, it goes straight through the head part.
I'll call out, save the... Never mind, I'm too tired.
Are you too tired to be a serial killer today?
Thanks, Dexter.
Hold on.
We call this Artanis' day off.
And here, I'll give you... There.
Ugh,
Oh, it's so
that's what we
cute.
killed.
Can we keep it?
So
The
yeah,
corpse.
you come, you draw your scimitar and strike with the same motion. How do you kill it? Since you now know its anatomy. Hello?
Oh,
Sorry?
it's pretty much the same thing. Goes straight for.
Okay.
Yeah, she goes
Sweet.
straight for the head, like basically up through the chin, up through the top.
Nice. Just straight upward as it
Brains
makes
it.
its tongue kind of lolls out of its jagged, toothy maw. As its eyes kind of go dark and close, it flops onto the ground, no longer moving.
Can we rest now?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
You
Well, I've
tried,
been
and
bored.
therefore no one can criticize you.
Well, thank you,
Ah.
I suppose.
Debatable.
I mean, this is clearly not a beast, so it probably wouldn't have been what I got down there from the spell, right?
You said a large flying creature.
Yeah, but the spell only
Changed
does beasts.
Oh, I didn't read that part, so.
Oh, okay. I
All
just
good.
give a dirty look to Naru and Colin, then like, really?
What?
Wanted
on, it
something.
was- Tell me it wasn't hilarious having it puckered up against. That's all I could think about. So that's just having it like suckerfished up against the bubble like that. That was hilarious. Come on.
Do I see him talking to these things?
Sit down.
The dome was up.
Just
We knew you
sighs
were gonna do
heavily.
fine.
Just sighs heavily. You don't really see him talking to
Nobody
them so
got
much
hurt?
as just giving the little light balls that follow him around sometimes a look, and then just sighing heavily.
Did they play a prank on you, Dommel?
Apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like them.
Me neither.
I get my knapsack out.
I'll take first watch.
I'll join you.
You guys begin the process of taking a long rest here at the 25 feet from the edge of the precipice to the center of the earth.
Let's just call it the center of the world.
Yeah, the center of the world. As you begin your rest, the two brother and sister taking first watch. The rest of you beginning your trances or laying down for sleep. Vistra laying down to shut her eyes as she is quite exhausted, literally. Is there anything you guys would like to do on your watch?
I want to throw a rock down there. I want to see what else will come up.
Wow.
Please don't.
I'll put up the Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow before we go to sleep as well.
Okay.
Please don't.
Aren't you interested in what's down there?
I'm so fucking like I am beyond interested in what is down there, but I have had all of my vitality sucked from me today, like a squeezed fruit of some sort, and I'm just a husk. I am so vulnerable.
Yes. Yes, you are. Would you even say vulnerable for another person to break your walls? Those
What do you
stone,
wanna-
the
what do you wanna
stone
talk about?
around.
What do you want to talk about?
Well,
Wait, Retainer's not taking notes, right? He's
no,
also
Retainer's
sleeping?
asleep. He's
All right.
asleep.
Rainer's asleep, yeah.
All right, cool.
I mean, it's obvious there's some chemistry between you and one of our compatriots.
If this is what you're gonna talk about, I'm gonna go to sleep. And
Okay.
you're
Oh,
gonna
no, no,
keep
no, no.
this
Okay.
up.
Okay. Hang on. Hang on. On a serious note, though. On a serious note, I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, you know you're gonna have to one day, right? And why not be with somebody you actually care for? Like, I'm worried about you sometimes, you know? Like,
Why?
I mean, I want you to be happy.
I am happy.
Well,
Do you understand what I gain and lose from coming down here?
no.
I'm no longer required to reproduce if we succeed, because we'll be able to grow all the food that we can.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
means we don't need as many dwarves to fight in the victorious dead.
Wait, so you're saying you don't want children?
No, why would I want children?
Why wouldn't you want children?
Yeah, fucking drink.
You know, we've never really talked about this.
All right, so ask your question. Why don't I want kids?
Yeah.
Because they're sticky and they scream.
You were once sticky and you screamed a lot too.
Yeah, and I hated all the other children because they were also sticky and screaming.
So you hated me because I was sticky and I screamed all the time too?
No, you were greasy and screaming. But it was an angry scream. It wasn't. You were
Yeah.
you were
I was
stealing
angry a
Dad's
lot.
potted meat and running off with mutton legs.
Yeah, good
It's the
point.
fastest I've ever seen you move. Was when Dad was chasing you with that giant tine when you had that mutton leg and you ran out into the docks and you were the
Hungry.
fastest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was hungry. I mean, I needed the food.
Grown boy.
I don't know. I mean, I eventually want kids, even if we are
You said
able to.
you have 4
figure this
already.
out.
You said last
Do I?
session. Yes.
Do I?
That's what you said.
I don't remember this. Did I actually say that, DM?
Yes, you did.
Because I'm looking at the DM face. He's like, I don't know about that.
I don't recall. I have to go back into the VOD. It might have been a joke, but
Might have been a
Um,
joke.
but I don't think Thorin's.
Thorin jokes a lot.
So,
Yeah.
Thorin was probably sowing his oats a little bit during his blacksmith training.
Oh, I'm sure he's like
He's definitely not a virgin. We'll say
Yeah.
that.
he's not a but I don't think he's. I think he's also, there's, and it's also in Dwarven. It's not a requirement. It's just strongly encouraged.
Oh, I probably said something along the lines, if I have kids, I don't know about them.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
probably it.
I think that's what you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was, and also, yeah, again, it's not a requirement. It's just strongly, strongly encouraged.
Yeah, it's like
and,
at that Thanksgiving where all your old relatives are. It's like, aren't you gonna have kids?
Pretty
When you
much,
get married,
yeah.
your
Pretty
kids,
much.
your kids are so cute together when you get married.
Yeah. It's not even, but it's not that. It's just making sure you're going to the Temple of Athena and
Yep.
uh,
So yeah. So it's, I mean, I want kids. If I have kids right now, then I would need to. Holy shit, I might be. Anyways, it's just, I don't want to say it's weird because that's mean, but it's strange that you don't want them. You know.
I have no interest in. I have no interest in the part before that. That's what I'll say.
Love?
No.
Falling in love?
No, I like companionship.
Oh, you mean the coitus?
Oh God.
Also, is Ace?
God, that's the most elegant way I can say it. You want me to say it dirtier?
No, don't please. I'll throw up in my mouth.
All right. Okay, so you don't like that part of it.
I just have no interest in it.
Acel confirmed.
Yes.
Acel, yes.
Hell
is
yeah.
completely true. I just don't. I love I love this. I enjoy you guys' companionship, and that's all I want. But if I meet a man of, or woman or whatever, they'll probably be a great partner. But my life, my love, my lady is the sea.
I mean, that makes sense.
One piety.
I've been sitting on that for a while, guys.
You know what? 3 piety.
What
Well-
a good wife she would be.
That's a great song.
Oh, God.
It's an amazing song.
Great song. Anyway,
I mean, if that's what makes you happy, I mean, I think you would make an amazing mom.
Oh, I mean, I'd like to, like pass on my knowledge to people, just not people like make.
Okay. You could adopt if you want kids, but don't want to go
I
through
want to
that
adopt
process.
like a teenager, like someone who can actually work in like the meadery. Like we'll start with, hey, I'm now your mom, but here's also manual labor.
I just want an employee. Is really what
I could totally see that
That's why
backfiring
that's
for
why my
you.
parents had kids.
I could totally see that backfiring for you, but I would love to see that happen. And he can come work for me as well, or she, or they,
or they, or whatever.
whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever.
Um. Yeah, but I don't think reproduction really should be on your mind right now, considering we're nearly dying every day down here.
Actually, it's more so on my mind because we're about to die. I want to
Well, you men are all the
continue
same.
on. Well, okay, listen. It's not because of that. I am a soft, gooey guy in the inside. I like romance. Because I hit a hammer on metal all
love it.
day
I love that.
doesn't mean I don't like me some romance. See, I got all the romance, and you must have took it from you. So
You get 1 piety.
yes.
I like the companionship. I just don't want the I don't want the
Responsibility.
Listen, I'm not trying to guilt trip you. I'm not trying to put you in any kind of way to get you to do. I want you to know that it's okay however you want to live your life. But
Thanks for your permission.
well, I'm not saying it is permission. I'm just basically telling you I'm cool with it. I support you.
All right.
But you know, when you see that somebody's really good at something and they don't see it, they need to be reminded or told, hey, you'd be really good at that.
Oh,
Even
maybe-
if you don't think you would be.
Oh, maybe you should put the hammer down and you should become a life coach.
Yeah. Probably not.
But you understand the thing we're losing though if we succeed down here, right? The thing that I lose in particular.
Yeah, we don't have to go raiding anymore.
That just makes me a really proficient fisherman.
I mean, you could still be the admiral, the queen admiral, because you'd basically be, honestly, you and me would be partners. Because I'm not that great on the sea. I'm good at land combat. I'm not great at sea combat. You are. You're still going to be needed for everything that you like and you're good at.
Thanks. And you've been doing very well feel like I need to say something positive back to you now. Ever since you've pushed that whatever bad god thing out of you, you've been a lot more tolerable. Kind of. You still annoy the shit out of me, but you're doing it in a nice way instead of like a killing us way, which I appreciate more.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't kill you guys or try to kill you on a normal basis anymore. That's actually really nice. I actually felt really bad about that a lot.
It felt really good to shoot Dommel though. You see, he was had all the bolts sticking out of his backside. He looked like a porcupine.
Yeah. Hey, you shot me in the ass.
Oh, oh, by the way, can I get that back?
I pull it out.
Oh, I was gonna do it, but it's fine.
I look at it. Is it one of the magical ones?
No, it's not. It's regular.
I just break it.
Yeah. We have limited resources down here.
You got 60 more in my pouch. You're fine.
I have 37 in your pouch. I had to do a recount.
You'll be fine.
Also, you should probably grab your javelins out of the cloaker.
I look over. Is the cloaker still there?
Yeah, it's like on the side of the. It's on the like right next to the to the dome.
Reach out and just.
Yeah.
You're lucky that didn't fly away. We got very lucky.
Yeah. I'm just glad Mel got it. But just hey, on a serious note, like, if you ever need to just talk about anything, even when I'm fucking with you, just let me know, okay?
All right.
Like, I know you don't talk very much,
I talk
you know.
plenty.
Like, you talk, but like I'm talking about like talk.
You don't have that dark voice anymore, right?
No, I don't think
All
I
right,
do.
cool. I wail on Thorn in the shoulder, and I go, "All right, buddy." As hard as I can. I cock back. I put my hips in it and everything.
I actually really want to see how bad it would hurt if it actually hurts him.
Roll. Well, it's 1 plus her strength modifier.
So 4.
You take 4 points of damage.
It just basically feels like ding. Ah,
Yeah, compared to your pool,
that was unpleasant.
that means I'm getting better.
You'll be as strong as me one day. Not today though.
All right, meathead. Keep your eyes open.
All right. Oh, by the way, make sure you eat that fucking jerky I gave you.
I think I'm gonna eat it the day that we get close to the wizards.
Good. That's a smart idea.
All right. Make perception checks for me.
Natural 1.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Don't forget if you're exhausted.
21. With disadvantage.
The rest of your watch goes on, and it is eerily quiet. No other of these strange creatures, stingray creatures, appear.
No
as
torch dimming.
No torch dimming. As your watch concludes uneventfully.
I guess I'll make up Mel and Vistra.
And I believe the elves would be awake. That they've been done trancing, I believe, right?
4 hours.
4 hours.
So you wake up Mel and Vistra. Vistra kind of rubs her eyes and okay. As she kind of sits up and you watch as she pulls out from her under her like little breastplate, her like chest armor. She pulls out her little holy symbol, and she kind of just is holding it in her hand as she kind of keeps her head on a swivel.
Hmm.
Is Mel doing anything during watch?
Mostly keeping an eye towards that chasm, but also back towards the last location they knew of a fucking dragon.
Yeah.
This place is fucked up. God. No offense.
Well, it's been inhabited by abominations for a couple of centuries. So,
Yeah.
but you can see the glory that was once there and can be there again.
Maybe. A little hard to see when we're basically sprinting through it.
I just keep thinking about how I'm like no one's gotten this far into the halls since Rangrim. I mean, I think it's helping that we're such a small party, so we're able to, maybe go a little less noticed. I think that might be why we're running into so much stuff, though, too. The quicker pace.
Yeah. I think everyone's just concerned about getting there too late otherwise.
Well, I understand that's a concern. I'm not trying to make an argument to change. I'm curious if you think that while technically moving slower, we might avoid less trouble and thus move faster. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think I get your reasoning. Problem is, some of them ain't too good at being
Quiet.
discreet, even if they're traveling normally.
I get that.
So either we go slower and still probably draw some shit to us, or we go faster and draw some shit to us.
Makes sense. I mean, I trust your guys' judgment. I just thought it was something worth mentioning.
I mean, we got all that magic shit that Donald can pull out, but
Normally I'm not one to pry into other people's private matters, but it feels relevant. I've noticed you've been reacting quite a bit with this. You seem to think, and correct me if I'm wrong, that this Balrog might be coming for you.
I don't fucking know. Not really. Just one of those things. Maybe it's paranoia.
I mean, normally I wouldn't pry, but seeing as how we're traveling together, I feel like asking for you to elaborate isn't out of line. He's gonna make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you what I get.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let you, and you get to determine whether she rolled high enough.
Okay.
You can set the DC now, if you want, or I can roll and we'll see. But here we go. Persuasion check.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how. I don't know if I'm expecting that thing to be coming my way. I'm more expecting, I don't know, Furies. You ever do something that you're not proud of? And you kind of had to do it at the time, but you don't think you'll really be forgiven for it?
I think most soldiers could probably answer that question with a yes.
Vengeance is a bitch, and her name is Hecate.
I noticed you had a look on your face when she was mentioned previously. Because I rolled really high on my insight check.
She found you out.
I hasn't really had an opportunity to bring it up since, but what do you... I'm not going to ask you for the full story or anything. That's between you and the gods, but I think it's... If there's a... Obviously, this creature is a servant of Hecate that's chasing us. And if you have some sort of negative relationship with her where she might want to send one of her servants after you, I feel like your companions deserve to know that. And that's all I'll say.
Yeah, I know. I think they already know, though.
I think they might want to help you with it. So, I mean, you don't have to tell me anything, but supposedly they're the closest people to you right now. So, anyway, speaking of which, you know them better than I ever will. Donald and Artanis. Do you know them to be men who keep their word?
From what I've seen so far, yeah. Even though sometimes to everybody's detriment.
You kind of... Hold on. Never mind. He says, oh. Well, I want to believe them about the Codex. That they'll hand it over.
I'm pretty sure they've got their reasons to be worried about it, but...
Oh, I don't begrudge them that. Our people have had animosities for centuries. But that said, our people are an honorable people, and when we give our word, we intend to keep it, even to an enemy.
I'll say I'd like to try to insight that. Just to...
Make an insight
like,
check.
I think at this...
What exactly are you trying to intuit?
I want to see how much she actually like believes that for like everybody, not just herself, after like dealing with
Oh,
politicians and things like that.
as in like all dwarves are like that, or if it's just
Yeah.
she's speaking for herself. What did you get?
Is 17.
17. Bop over into secrets real quick.
Okay.
You get the sense that that is her general impression of dwarves in general.
Mm-hmm.
Vile, salt of the earth dwarves, for lack of a better term. The people that soldiers, the people that she tends to spend the majority of her time around.
Okay.
You also got the sense earlier that she's not used to being around politicians any more than you guys are.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but as she believes a pillar of her culture is a code of honor that involves if you give your word, you keep your word.
Okay.
You know, not all dwarves live up to, uh, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the ideals of a culture.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah,
in our world, not everybody lives up to the ideals of a culture, but that is generally, it is a very,
Hmm.
honor is a big thing among dwarves, and that's a big thing for them is if you give your word, you keep your word. It doesn't matter if it's to your worst enemy or not.
yeah. Okay.
All right, head back.
That's his character's name.
Um,
Wow. He
So,
names the
yeah.
things differently.
She says, all right, well,
More people need to be like you. In general.
well, I thank you, I guess. I think we could do with a bit more of you. Uh, you don't say a lot, but when you do, it seems to command at least their respect.
Yeah, that was her first mistake. Just smirks.
She kind of shares a chuckle and make a perception check, as she will as well, and hopefully stop rolling like dog shit.
22.
As a matter of fact, she's going to use one of her divine senses as well periodically throughout the. Or he's going to use her divine senses, which for her can also pick up aberrations.
Mm-hmm.
Watchers, they're cool. She is well suited to this environment. Perception, not great. Wow. She is exhausted anyway. And she's actually I should be rolling that with disadvantage, but because I forgot she's
See
exhausted.
if she rolls worse, Bill.
She really can't. Um,
Roll again. Roll
The
again.
The color of the number says otherwise.
So close.
um, what did you get?
22.
22. The rest of the watch goes uneventfully outside the conversation as the elves begin to rouse from their trance.
They feel oversleeped.
Um, as you guys, you and Vistra head back down to bed for the evening to get the rest of your long rest in. Because Vistra doesn't know that while elves are trancing, because she doesn't spend a lot of time around elves, that they are aware of everything that's going on around them. So you guys heard that conversation.
Cool.
You guys are like the first elves she's ever met, so she doesn't know that shit. As the two elves are taking their watch, having gotten their full rest in, so you guys are long rest done. You can regain all your spell slots. Start choosing your spells for the morning, Donald. Artanis, as well as you, can start choosing your spells and all that good stuff. Is there anything you guys would like to do during your watch? Or conversations you would like to have amongst one another?
Well, one thing, I'm gonna copy the runes from that sword into my notebook.
Make a sleight of hand check as you go to take it off of Mel's sleeping body.
Well, I said
I'm
it. It's not. Yeah. It wasn't. I would have
No, I'm
asked her
just busting.
beforehand.
Yeah, I'm just busting your balls. Uh, you copy them. You could even do like a charcoal rubbing on one of your pages if you wanted to.
Cool. Yeah.
Um,
Save that for later. Then what kind
make
of
a make another history check for me now that you've got a minute to sit here and think about it.
It's a 14.
A 14. This is all I'm gonna give. There's something in the back of your mind from some dusty old tome that you remember reading in the libraries of the Temple of the Order of the Arcane Blade, in the so long ago, like you had just started there. Something about rune crafting, but that's all. That was it. That's all. That's something like that's as much as you can. It's just a kind of thought at the edge of your mind.
Yeah. Once I do that, I'll kind of glance back at kind of the way we came, and I'll just kind of say to Donal, "I'm worried we're stuck between that thing and Portia."
Well, then we'd best be ready to fight Portia tomorrow.
Well, yeah, of course. I'll be honest. She makes me nervous.
I can tell. Don't worry too much about Portia. For one, we outnumber her, frankly. For two, I don't think she's quite as dangerous as she wants us to think. For three, we have you.
Yeah, that.
And I'd rather have you than any other wizard or spellcaster of any kind in all the world.
Well, I
Suck my
thank you.
dick.
I certainly, yes, thank you. I just hope I get to participate a little bit more in the fight this time.
Well, if she's there, then if we know she's coming, and I certainly hope that we're going to know she's coming this time, then all we have to do is make sure that I get to put a nice protection from poison spell on you before we get started, and you need to remember to prepare an absorb element spell.
I never don't prepare that.
Well, perfect. And we need to make sure that you have the time you need to set up, and that she does not.
That would be ideal.
But beyond that, you're brilliant, Artanis. Use your brain. There's a way to defeat Portia, and whatever help she brings with her. She's not as big or as scary as she makes herself seem.
Good night. Stink.
That's
Thanks
why
for
she's
stopping
got
by.
the whole act with the scratching nails and the sickly green magic and the black dress and everything.
Hopefully you're correct, and I'm overestimating her rather than the other way around. But I think this sprinting as we get closer to her is not a great idea.
Well, we're only sprinting right now because we need to get away from the Balrog. Or Balrog. Which is what really worries me down here. The rest of everything
with
else
that.
we've shown ourselves to be able to handle. Just that thing.
Yeah, if we can stay away from that thing, so much the better. But if we can manage to sneak up on Porcia, that's our best bet of surviving around here.
Mm-hmm. You think Viscera's going to try and screw us?
You heard that
Actually.
too, huh?
Yeah. Actually, better question. Viscera's not going to try and screw us. She's too earnest for that. Do you think the senators are going to try and screw us?
I have my concerns. Two
Yeah,
out
me
of
too.
three, I think, are sincere, as far as I can tell.
I wouldn't put too much money on them. They were very focused on controlling where we go and what we do the entire time we were with them.
Yeah,
They see us as pawns.
I agree. And I know that I've been a bit idealistically naive. I think the gamble is still worth it, but it would sure be nice if we could figure out some way to ensure that we got, at the very least, the strongest oath we can out of them.
Oh, we don't need an oath. We just need a deal. Pretty simple. The dwarves don't get the codex until they give us what we want. And what we want, like you asked them for, is peace. Which shouldn't be a big ask for them, given that everybody who we've spoken to here has been all about how
Holy
the
shit!
dwarves were
One
forced
year
into
socks,
raiding.
cheer ilk socks, cheer ilk
It
socks.
was terrible, see?
Aw,
We
thank
were
you
all
so much.
starving.
How you doing? Fuck yeah.
True,
Can't believe it's been
but once
a
they
year.
have it, hopefully Vistra's right, and their commitment to
Also,
their
that maybe must
agreements
have been adorable.
runs as deep as she says.
Hopefully.
But whatever happens, I don't think I can let this one, and I pat my own codex, fall here.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem. We'll get you out of here alive.
Well, a lot whether I'm alive or not, this book can't stay here.
We'll get the book out, too. I assumed that was implicit in you not dying here.
Well, that would be ideal.
Or at least not staying dead here.
Yeah, I don't want to do that again. Not for a very long time. What's your hidden friends sense of things? Do they get a view as to, or an opinion as to the trustworthiness of these senators?
I haven't asked them. I don't especially trust them, and I trust them a little bit less after the lovely stunt they gave me with that thing today. I'll nod to the cloaker.
It was
Oh, that was
hilarious.
It was not hilarious.
You have a shitty sense of humor, though.
Nobody else here found it hilarious either. Do they all have shitty senses of humor?
I don't think that's, first of all, true. I think some of them thought it was quite funny.
You know,
Which ones?
I think at least one of the dwarves thought it was hilarious.
am I getting like just one side of this conversation?
Yes.
Yeah.
I take some notes as I observe.
Oh, don't take notes. Don't take notes on this.
Serial killer would.
Don't. I. This never
Yeah, holy
needs to be
fuck. Time
replicated
does
for
fly
anyone.
when you're in a pandemic.
Maybe not replicated, but understood.
It doesn't need to be. I know exactly what's going on, and taking notes on it and putting it to paper won't help with any of it.
By the way, Artanis, take another point of piety
Sweet.
over this. You've been doing a lot of little research stuff, so
That takes me to 20.
Oh, very nice.
five more, and you reach your next tier.
Hey.
I don't even remember what that is. I'll have to go check.
It's a big one.
It's usually pretty big, yeah.
It's a doozy.
But anyway, I'm sorry I interrupted your
Yeah.
conversation.
I don't know. It seems like we're in the center of a lot of events that
Cthulhu
any one
Squad!
of these should be out of our
Also, we finally have the Cthulhu Squad marker on the new dorm halls, too.
league, for lack of a better phrase, and we keep jumping from one to the other.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that suggests something.
It means change is coming. Big change.
Is that good change or bad change? And in either way, does that mean that there's going to be a lot of pain before it's complete?
Well, I think, frankly, that boils down to what we all do. We're the ones at the center of all these things, the center of all these changes.
Isn't that strange?
How so?
That we would. These disparate groups of people, all of whom seem to have some level of interest, I guess, from the divine, get thrust together, and everything we've done.
It's happened before. I mean, before was the Titan War, so that's maybe not an encouraging example, but
That's
it has happened
what I'm
before.
afraid of.
Like I said, change coming, especially with whatever exactly the codices are mixed up in all of this.
Exactly. Makes me even more convicted that whatever our histories are and whatever problems we have with each other, if events like this have only happened since the Titan War, then we all need to be prepared to face whatever might be coming.
Which is exactly why we're here.
Agreed. Well, hopefully we survive.
Agreed.
At this moment in time, Thorin just lets out a giant fart.
Roll for fart.
By the way, the reason we're all here right now is because Bill one day got a wild hair up his ass and started a Facebook post. And we're all like, oh, that looks like fun, and now we're here.
I had the wild idea. John made the Facebook post,
Yep.
Yeah.
actually. So
I was
No,
the one
it's
that
all
got
your
the people.
fault.
I'm not a historian, sorry.
we were it was hilarious just thinking about it. We were at work bullshitting because it was a slow day
Hell yeah.
and there was no customers coming in.
Yeah.
And I told him about this idea I had, and he was like, "I'm putting
completely
that
new.
on Facebook." I was like,
I'm
Or at least
making
the
it
markers are new.
all right, go ahead. I thinking he'd get like 6 people that might be interested or
40 people later.
something.
I
Anyway,
did- What do I roll?
just a d20. Straight d20 roll.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, it's a little high pitched little
It's
squeak.
like like a balloon deflating.
Yeah, totally. Exactly, like a balloon deflating. And it goes on a little too long.
Well, what do you know?
Where you and Donald are doing that sort of awkward thing where you're just kind of sitting there waiting for it to finish and like, and you think it stops at one point and then keeps going.
And I chuckle and I'm like, well, what do you know? He really is the humor of the group.
Ravina is just behind him, completely plucked.
I'm gonna.
And the dome is beginning to.
I prestidigitate that away.
Oh god. Thank God.
I would like
God for
to.
fucking climate control.
Whenever he farts in the dome, it's like farting under the covers and then putting your head.
Oh
down.
god.
Yep.
All this man eats is protein. It is the
Yeah.
worst stink ever.
Oh, you guys haven't ever experienced protein
He's-
farts. They are.
He's been living the
Oh.
last several days on nothing but jerky.
Jerky
God.
and moose.
Moose jerky. Your perception checks from the two of you.
Oh, and I switch out mending again, this time for green flame blade.
Okay.
Natural
wait,
20 again. Jesus.
Dang, man.
14.
So you're getting rid of mending and
Adding green flame blade.
okay, cool. Your watch also goes uneventfully. As everyone begins to wake to consciousness, you've all completed your long rest. You get all your hit points back, all your spell slots back, all those
Yay.
good, lovely things.
We no longer have reduced hit points.
You no longer have reduced hit points.
Thank you.
Knew it.
So
I'm pretty sure
we don't have time to dissect that thing, do we?
that's up to you.
I mean, we still kind
No,
of have
we
to
don't have
figure
time
out.
to dissect it. If you wanted to dissect it, you should have done it during our watch, and I would have covered for you.
But we still
Well-
kind of need to get across the thing, so it's going to take some time.
That
right?
is much easier to do now that I actually have spells again.
Never mind.
And I conjure animals and call me some fucking owls.
Yeah.
Owls it is.
For the
Ow,
owls!
buddies. Let's
You
fucking go.
summon-
I summon 8 owls.
You summon 8 owls as they poof into existence, cramming the hallway. Not that bad because it's pretty big. As they all just kind of like stand there on the ground, like the size of a horse. Just kind of rotating their heads around, waiting for instructions.
All right, everybody, let's get on. Everybody, get on owls.
Mount
get
up.
Let's go.
I get on an owl and I pet it, and I go, "This one's name is Pete."
I ask the owl in Sylvan, "What's your name?"
Apparently, it's Pete.
He says apparently his name is Pete.
That's right. His
Well-
name is Pete, and he's majestic.
I mean, I'm just a phase spirit. I don't really have a name, but Pete works.
All right, everybody, mounted up.
Yep.
Wait, it doesn't have like a hand.
Yeah, your buddies called over to the Feywild and said, "Hey, we need a couple phase spirits to come inhabit some conjured things." And so here I am. I'll be gone in a little bit, though.
I know. I appreciate you coming, though, Pete. You just hop on the back. You
Little
mount your
Pete?
foot here.
Did you say Lil Pete?
What?
I mean-
no.
Oh,
No.
Um,
There's Big Pete and Little
look,
Pete.
you put your foot here. I'll go over to Ossel and start like showing her how to mount an owl. You
yeah.
put your foot here. You climb on the back. You hold on. This is not a creature you. Unfortunately, the owls are extremely graceful. Riding them is not.
Okay.
Just hold on, and don't get your arms in the way of their wings.
All right.
Actually, the way it works is Giant Eagle, Lord of the Rings style. Like they take off and then like grab you by your shoulder, like you hold your arms out like T pose, and they pick you up.
T-pose.
And
We assert dominance as we go across the chasm.
Yeah. Wait. What is that? Just T-pose.
T-pose, you don't know what T-pose is? It's a like a digital effects game term when they're doing like mocap. T-pose is where your character stands in the shape of a T.
And you do it to assert dominance.
That is all. What does the 8th one do?
The 8th one is just keeping an eye out for any baddies that might come and try to kill us.
Okay.
Defense.
Intercept.
Because
The
they have much better dark vision than we do.
as
Yeah,
the
Star
Guardians of Gahul take you over the chasm.
I've been waiting for days to say this. Fly, you fools!
So Thorin gets
There
it
Pete.
is.
Also gets Pete. So we can have the adventures of Pete and Pete going across
Yeah.
the chasm.
No, Pete and repeat.
Pete looks at you and says, "I really don't appreciate you calling me a fool. That's
I'm sorry. It was a reference to a play that I read back in Telrune. I've just really been wanting to quote it for so long. You'll
are
have
you
to
a fan?
excuse
You're
me.
a fan of the theater?
I was back when there was good theater to go to.
Well,
Unfortunately,
theater.
the outside world has an absolutely terrible theater amongst many other terrible things.
He's a friend of Garrick.
Wait a minute. It's Sylvan. It's from the Feywild. It should hate the theater.
I love the theater.
Yeah, fair dramatic as fuck. They love the theater.
The fan
Well,
theater.
no, the one guy. What's his
he
name?
hated the theater, but
He hated the theater, but
Well, I thought the theater
not
was
everybody
like.
does.
I thought the theater was like an actually
If
bad
you're
thing.
Fey, it's great. If you're not Fey, they will trap you and and permanently make you stay as part of the company. But if you're a Fey, you can just go hang out at the theater.
Wait, so
Um,
Artanis or not Artanis, whatever. Artagan wasn't.
Artigan.
Fey? Yeah, Artigan. He wasn't a.
He is, but he just didn't like the theater.
Oh, I thought there was something so much more deep to that.
No.
No, he just didn't like the theater.
I thought there was so much something more
you
deep.
You looked way too deep into it. You were too far into the looking glass, my friend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was looking too deep into the abyss.
But they take flight, kind of get a little bit of momentum, back down the tunnels, wheel back around as you guys are standing there with your arms out, and they come grabbing and scooping you up as they begin to take you over the long chasm to the other side. Does anybody look down?
Sure.
Yes.
No. Absolutely fuck that.
Anybody who looks down, make a wisdom saving throw.
Gosh damn it. 12.
You know what? There would be a morbid scientific curiosity there.
15.
15.
6.
6. All right, none of you rolled too poorly. Some of you who roll a little lower, like Artanis and Thorin, start to get that like noodly leg feeling, like that vertigo-y, like. You ever stand in one of those, like, you ever been in one of those like skyscrapers with like the little glass
Mm-hmm.
cubes?
Yeah.
When you step out onto those, it's like that feeling, or like you're at the very edge of a cliff or something, looking down, and you have your legs get that little butterfly feeling in your knees, you know. But it just disappears into blackness, like. Artanis, does the curiosity to like cast light on a coin and drop it,
Totally.
yeah, hit you?
Totally.
You watch it disappear, and the light just disappears into the black.
Damn.
Fascinating. But can we move faster?
In a matter of seconds, it's not that long. The owls kind of deposit you on the other side. Everybody make a dexterity or an acrobatics check. Basically, just don't roll a 1.
Holy shit! I didn't think
Oh,
these
nice.
dice could talk.
Anybody get a 1? What about your retainer, Thorin?
He rolled a 3. I don't know what to
Um,
add to that. So
As you're deposited on the other side, some of you much more gracefully than others, um, you are safely across the cavern.
Alrighty. Thank you very much, my friends.
Wait, can they still fly?
Yes,
How long are they here for?
an hour.
Can that support us for? Can they fly for an hour? Like, will the?
I
Will
don't
the
know.
tunnel support them?
Are you
Yeah.
fine with carrying us for the next hour?
I mean,
long-
sure. We don't really have anything else to do for the rest of the hour, so
All right.
it's your
Well,
time.
If you don't
Use it
mind,
how
would you
you want.
please carry us further onward? And if you wouldn't
All right,
mind,
but just be more specific with your directions, because last time you said just to carry you to the other side of the chasm, and so that's why we did that.
that is fair. That is fair. Please carry us further down this tunnel as far as we can go. If there are any turns that need to be made, I will shout directions. The one of you who is not carrying anybody, I think I'm going to call you Jensen. Jensen,
Nice.
would you please scout around us and keep an eye out for anything that might try and eat us all, or kill us all, or otherwise be dangerous?
I mean, generally speaking, I try to do that just all the time.
Well, then this should be very easy for you, Jensen.
I mean, doesn't everybody?
Yes, however, you are an owl. You're much better at it than I am.
Oh. Yeah, these eyes are something else, let me tell you.
They really are.
But
Alrighty.
sure. They wheel back around. You guys assume T-pose again as they scoop you back up. And for the next hour, you guys are flying at what is the speed of a giant owl?
60 feet.
So 120 feet around. Somebody figure that out in miles per hour for me.
50
It's
miles
gotta
per
be like-
hour.
There's got to be like a Google converter for feet per second to.
Oh yeah, there definitely is.
60 feet per round.
Uh,
That
120
is
120 for dash.
13. That is about 13 miles per hour, is what my
Oh.
math has it as.
Okay, that sounds about right. So we'll go with that.
We're making some great time.
By the way, we're gonna have the driest fucking eyes after this.
Make
We've
sure to
been on a roller
blink
coaster for an hour
once.
straight.
Yeah, blink.
Wow, really? Owls are surprisingly slow.
They are nature's slowest bird.
Yeah. That's
But they are the
why,
most. They are the quietest bird.
They're perceptive, at least.
Yeah, they're perceptive. They have 120 feet of dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why it's ridiculous that the Harry Potter world uses them as mail delivery carriers. Like they are literally the slowest bird in the world.
No, that makes. No,
No,
that makes.
also-
That makes. That
I feel
makes
like
perfect
this is
sense.
Also,
verging
they
on
can
a-
teleport.
Yes.
Like, why
Yeah.
would you ever write anyone a letter? They can literally teleport to anywhere on the planet at will.
well, you're not allowed to teleport outside of Hogwarts. Why are we going with the constituents of one magic school for the entirety of the planet?
It's a good
No, they're not.
argument.
There
It's
are
a good
other
argument.
magic
you
schools.
can see more of this on the Fuck Your Fandom
Yeah.
podcast. where we talk about your favorite fandom.
Yeah.
No,
an
just
actual
fuck
podcast
J.K.
that I've been
Rowling.
starting
So.
So in the next hour, they could fly you to the crossroads.
Yeah, they can fly
Yes.
us to the west side of the crossroads, basically.
Yeah, to the west side of the crossroads. Um, uh, as you take off, you guys are cruising through this tunnel. Um, as they have better dark vision than you. You even kind of show them the map so they know where the fork is that they need to kind of bear to the right. Um, as you're going, though, the tunnel is starting to get more and more narrow. Um, Granted, it was pretty huge to begin with, but they've kind of had to stop and start like maneuver to less broad across the way, like almost to a single. Like it's gone from like a 6-lane superhighway to like a normal 4-lane highway with a median at this point, as wide as the tunnel is. As you continue down, only light sources are the ones that you are producing yourselves. Um, you guys are cutting a huge time down on this as you are tearing through the tunnel. At a certain point, you even watch as you just go blowing by before it can even do anything. You watch as our tennis recognizes by successfully making a check because I say so. Um, uh, a roper animates and tries to get at you guys as you guys just go screaming by though, and it has it has no
I'm
chance.
sorry, just T-posing like this, but like outward.
Yeah. Um,
Don't have enough space in the.
However, as you are getting, and the beautiful part about this is it's completely silent on the wings of these owls. Um, Even with all the flapping they have to do because there's no air currents down here. So they're getting quite tired actually.
Mm.
Um, uh, as you're getting towards close to the crossroads, you're beginning to see on the ground, um, as you're getting closer and closer, starting to get the telltale signs of volcanic activity around you. To the point where as you get further down the tunnel, and it narrows even a bit more to the point where the owls are having to fly in like a single file. Um, Little on the ground streams of lava are beginning to crisscross the path. No more than 6 inches to a foot and a half across to begin with, but growing wider the further you get. Eventually, you make that last turn around that last kind of bear to the left as you're heading north, and you bear northwest. As you get further down the tunnel, you begin to see an opening, a large opening, no door or anything, further down, and you can see the red-orange glow coming through the opening. Like there's a much larger chamber on the inside, and there's quite a bit of uh, maybe a larger amount of liquid magma in there that is emitting light.
Oh boy. Yeah. As we come up to the edge, I tell the owls to make sure that none of us are dangling low enough so that we'd set off another trap like the fucking wires at the last place. So make sure that our feet are like as high off the ground as we can.
Okay, they say, great. You don't want to stop before we go in there, or you know, just head straight on through.
Do we?
They've asked you this question at each intersection.
Um, maybe for this one, because this is the entrance. Like judging from the map, this is the entrance to the crossroads, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You
So
guys
maybe
are.
this one we
So
stop
here,
because
let me. You guys are like, right. You guys are like right here.
maybe for this one we stop. Then give the owls a bit of a rest and prepare because if Portia and Co have set us another trap, it's almost certainly going to be here.
Yeah, probably.
You've probably got like you like 5 to 10 minutes left on your owls.
Okay. All right, we got
Okay.
5 to 10 minutes left on the owls. Looks like this is the crossroads.
So you guys land. The owls. You guys are used to it this time, having done it once. They deposit you and kind of land and tell you there's going to be a bit of a production getting airborne again from here. I will admit.
Sorry about that. It looks like
Oh, no
inside
worries.
might be.
Just letting you
Looks
know.
like inside might be warmer at least, so you'll have a bit of an easier time getting lift. Maybe.
That is what we're hoping.
Awesome. All right. Anybody have anything we want to do before going in?
I start sharpening my axe while they take their time.
Wait, are we predicting a fight in the crossroads?
If Portia
Always.
and crew have set another trap for us, judging from how they seem to do things thus far, this is probably the next place that there would be one.
Yeah. So like I was saying, the owls at every crossroad have said, like, hey, do you want to stop or just keep blowing through? They've been asking Donald because he's been giving them directions the whole time. Um, uh, and he said, just go ahead. This one with the lava coming and everything, Donald decided to tell him to stop so you guys could discuss it before you just went blasting through.
So I mean, we can just keep going through at the same pace we've been, but odds are good that if Portia's going to set another trap with trying to shut us in somewhere or anything like that, then this is the place she'd do it. It's called the Crossroads. Everything's got to go through here. Mostly, probably.
Agreed. Based on like, are the owls currently holding us, or
No,
No,
no, no.
you guys,
We've landed.
you've landed a ways away, um, silently, and are having this quiet discussion.
Well,
are we planning to use them to fly? Because I could start ritually casting detect magic, but by the time I do, they'll be gone.
Um,
I could take a
it's
look
something
and
like
see what I could find trap-wise, but
yeah. It's up to you guys. They've done good work. I'm not opposed to letting them go a little bit early. But if we want to just cross the crossroads and get it over with, or maybe blow past whatever trap she set for us, then like we did with that roper back there, then maybe we take them and keep going.
How high are the ceilings in there?
In the crossroads room,
Mm-hmm.
you have no idea.
How high are
Like,
the
is it-
ceilings in here?
In here,
Mhm.
you guys are down to like a 2-lane highway with a median at this point.
Mhm.
But the it's like uh 60 75 feet.
I mean, I don't mind if Mel and I want to scout it out.
I think
Well,
on foot. I think on foot might be the better option. We're able to take it slower and see everything. If we go flying in there, they're gonna see us. Maybe it's a
Well,
better way
And
for us
there's
to
light.
get in there.
There's light
I
'cause there's
was
lava.
true.
Maybe it's better if we went in by foot. We have a better chance of sneaking in.
All right. Is anybody opposed if I send the owls in ahead of us to look around and or provide a bit of a distraction to whoever's watching?
Well, you're
Oh, yeah.
presuming. Vistra says you're presuming someone's in there watching, and if you send the owls in, then they're definitely going to blow our cover if there is somebody in there.
That's a good point.
True.
It's a good idea
Uh,
though.
Is there anything else we could send in?
It's,
we got
I'm
the
not
bacon.
gonna say it. I'm not
Hey,
gonna say it.
Artanis, didn't you say you had some sort of spell that could?
Yeah. So I will. Well, who's got the best perception?
Probably Ossel or Mel.
Me.
Oh no, that's right, Dommel.
Want to stick your head around the corner invisibly?
Ooh.
Sure.
I make Donald invisible,
Well, you guys are like half a
We're-
mile away
yeah.
at the moment from
or I
the
will.
entrance. But if you guys, it sounds like you guys want to get close. You want to head towards the entrance on foot.
I guess so, yeah.
All right. Are you dismissing the owls or having them follow
I'll have them follow for now.
on foot?
No,
Because if
they'll...
they fly, they're gonna go way ahead of you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they can go home. Thank you for your service.
Oh, sweet. Thanks. Appreciate the letting us off early. That usually we get to glide a bit. That was a lot of. But anyway,
Sorry
good luck.
about that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
This place seems terrible, by the way.
I agree completely. It's the worst. It seems like it's only getting more the worst as we go further in.
Yeah, we would not be like completely disappointed if you didn't summon us back. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, just don't answer when those two little
Fuck this
monsters.
face spirit in particular.
You guys, as the owls turn back into Fey spirits and disappear back into the Feywild, you guys begin to make a trek up closer. Stealth checks, please, from everybody in the club. Get tipsy. Also,
Everybody in the club, roll
Vistra
checks.
has disadvantage because she's wearing heavy armor.
Hopefully, this is a group
Oh
check. So this isn't gonna blow it for.
no!
Oh no.
Someone's got lava foot.
Well, it's a group check, so
Vistra, maybe
We
we
all
could be
did pretty well.
stealthier and quieter. Also,
Orin.
Vistra.
Thorin, did you roll for your retainer?
He rolled a 16.
16. All right. So we had a 27, a 24, a dirty 20, a 23, a 24, a natural 1, and a 16. So all of you are moving down the tunnel, trying to be as quiet as possible, trying not to hit anything so it echoes. More than more than a bunch of times, you have to stop Vistra from bumping into stuff with her armor. There's a couple times where she literally drops her shield and it's about to land on a pile of rocks. And Mel, you literally have to like dive and catch it, and and do like the like with the piece of pottery in like the Jackie Chan film.
Oh God!
Um, in the middle of a fight scene and also in a museum trying to make sure stuff doesn't break.
Mhm.
These practice sound effects. And at one point, even she just fully trips, Ossel, and you have to like grab her by the collar,
Goddamn.
and, like pull her back
I just
upright.
Squid Game her, just grab her and just hold her there for a second.
Yeah. Yeah, fully. Uh, but eventually you get to about like 100 feet from the entrance. The heat is quite intense at this point. You're having to hop over full like little lava streams.
I feel
And
right at home.
the door is pretty big. It would have been close with the owl's wingspans if they were able to fit through it, though. It would have been close.
I've been maintaining detect magic. Am I seeing anything to worry about? Magical traps or anything?
Not as of yet.
All right. Donald, ready to stick your head out there?
I guess so.
And I clap him on the shoulder and turn him invisible.
All right.
I pull up my axe. What did you do with Double?
Clearly an imposter. Ossel would not care what anybody did with Donal.
Oh, my changeling nature has been discovered. I roll initiative, Phil.
Da-da-dun.
Doppelganger has been revealed.
Alrighty. I'll sneak on up to the entrance and do my best to
Stealth.
keep an eye out for traps while I do.
I would like to try to go with him to do that because I think I can also be invisible and do that.
All right. Are you casting
I will
invisibility
use
on you?
I will use the eyes.
Using the eyes? Okay.
Mhm.
So you both turn invisible. I would each of you to make stealth checks with advantage.
Mhm.
You're sneaking like right up to the door, like just to the door, or the and not a door because it's not a door, just an opening. But 21 and 15. So you sneak up, one on either side, as the door shrinks and there's wall on either side of it that you can get up to, and you start peeking in. As you sneak up to the door, um, you come up and you're right down here at the southern door, just off the map, or like essentially, I guess, in this first row here, but up against the wall as you turn and peek in. I'd like you guys to make perception checks for me.
Hey.
17.
17.
20.
30, 20.
That's pretty sick looking.
Oh fuck.
The dwarf head unsettles me.
Cthulhu Fthagan.
Yeah, that's why it
If you
unsettles
can't
me.
take the heat, stay out of the forge. I had to get it in.
Alrighty. So as you look in, you can see what certainly used to be probably a huge crossroads, a meeting place. Looking across the way, the floor beneath these platforms is completely just lava. Like 100% just liquid hot stone magma down in the bottom. Looking across, you can see this huge golden head structure that's also a working, going forge with what looks to be ancient, ornate smithing tools lined up on tables on either side, and a huge golden anvil right next to the forge there. Um, there is a door over to the left that exits the chamber that appears to be mostly blocked by a huge boulder, like 85% blocked. Uh, maybe like someone of a small size, like halfling or gnome, might be able to squeeze through the opening on the top with some effort. The one over on the right, however, is completely open, but the path over there looks like it's been pretty well destroyed. I'd also like you guys to make religion checks for me.
16.
16.
17.
From what both of you can tell, the forge appears to be in the personage of Hephaestus. This appears to be a chamber of both worship and craftsmanship toward the god Hephaestus at these crossroads. You had a 16, Mel?
Yeah.
You also recall in the back of your mind, remembering where you are in a place called the Crossroads. One of Hecate's domains is Crossroads.
Mm.
The other thing you see, which is a bit more obvious in the center of the room, is an individual in very ornate armor. Matter of fact, we can just respect this badass art for a little bit.
Fuck yeah.
Oof.
Damn.
Bad motherfucker. I imagine he. If I had to cast him, he's a bigger, stronger, buffer Samuel L. Jackson. Um, um,
So The Rock.
a little bit, but with more onyx skin. As you peek in, you can see he is what little bit left of railing you can see there uh, on the what's left of the pathways. He is not very well ducked down behind there, and he appears to be kind of like peeking out, um, uh, kind of agitated as if he heard like a noise or something and is getting ready.
See any like iconography or symbolism on him specifically for?
What did you roll for your perception check and religion check? It was 16
It
for
was
the religion check.
16, and then I think
Your perception was 20, I want to say. Or
Uh,
no, it wasn't that high.
Donald's.
It was like
I think it was
uh,
like
you
19 or 18.
blasted it. You blasted it in there.
Oh.
I
Didn't
had
you?
20.
No, it was
21?
stealth. The 21 was stealth.
I think it was lower than the 20.
Yeah, I think it was like 1 or 2 lower than Donald.
Yeah.
Or like might have been 17 though.
You don't know. You notice more imperial heraldry than religious heraldry on his armor.
Oh.
There's the like the Imperial Eagle, Calcarian like eagle.
Oh,
Uh,
this was this your like the guy in armor we were told about?
Yep.
This is
This is
it
Portia's
looks like
fighter.
Mm.
this looks like it's Portia's beefy boy.
He
Uh,
carried a pair of long swords with him.
A pair of long swords. Yep, it was. You were told he carried a pair of long swords and had a big red plume on his helmet.
All right. Yep, that's okay.
You don't see anybody else in there.
Oh, part of me. Oh, there's part of me.
Don't do it. We're invisible, and he's right there, so I can't speak, and you can't see me. But don't do it.
I mean, we all know that this is an ambush, so.
I don't know. He's also trying to
WFD.
hide.
You also said you were looking for traps, so I need investigation checks as well.
WWFD. What would Fike do?
Ooh.
Mike would try to seduce
I
him.
don't see shit.
That is true.
23. Natural 19.
Hey, good thing
23.
you're here.
No, that was just pure luck. I only have a +4.
It's almost imperceptible, Mel. But right over here, where the entrance kind of narrows by that giant rock, there is the slightest like hint of an arcane glyph on the ground.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Like where the X is?
Like where the X is.
Okay.
Okay.
Big glyph.
Yeah. Do I have... I don't think I have any idea of how to get rid of that.
Just know, guys, do not pull a Fike, a Noxus, and a Bureau.
Yeah.
So
That's one
this
of
is
my favorite D&D
the
moments ever. I don't know. What you're talking
yeah.
about.
It was one of my favorite D&D moments ever. Once you survived,
Yeah, we almost all died.
once you made it back alive.
What do you mean? I wanted to see the adventures of Vanya and Arani.
Yeah, right?
Spin off. But that is the information that you pick up from here.
Do I have any idea of how to disarm that or otherwise
You don't really know magic stuff.
Okay.
I mean, you can make an Arcana check, I'd say with disadvantage, because you've never really showed an interest at all in anything arcane or magical.
Yeah, my only thought would be like if this is like typical Imperial shit that they might pull then from work previously, so
You're unfamiliar with what this is.
Okay.
It's just an arcane glyph that's on the ground
okay.
that you notice. It's like almost invisible. Like you just caught the angle and the light just kind of got it. It's
Okay.
nearly invisible.
Okay. Then well, I'm not gonna get too close to that just yet, and I can't talk to Donal right now. So
Well, you could.
well, yeah, well I'm gonna at least back away from it for a bit and see if I can kind of like
Back away from the entrance?
or yeah, I'm gonna see at least make sure see if I can find Donal and just like tap him and give
you
her
would
like a
have to-
tug back.
You when you guys left, you agreed that you were going to go to opposite
Yes.
sides of the thing. So you would have to cross the threshold of the door if you want to, of the entrance, if you want to go try and tap him.
Okay.
Like, you would have to cross in front of the opening. You're invisible.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So
Yeah.
you make another stealth check with advantage.
Okay. Thank you, advantage. That's 23.
23. Make an investigation check because you're kind of searching with your hands out in front of you.
Okay. $22, natural 18.
You find, you feel hands on you, Donald.
I start a bit and then assume they're Mel's.
Yeah, you
Hope
turn
they're
and look, and
Mel's.
there's no one there grabbing you. So the only visible person you know of at the moment
Yeah.
is Mel, and it doesn't appear to be. Make a wisdom saving throw for me though, Donald. See if you make a noise from being startled. The DC was 10.
Okay.
It was not a super high DC.
Right.
But so they're not putting their hands on you violently, so you assume it's Mel.
Yep.
I hope it's Mel.
Yeah. And like tug off to the side a little bit further away from the door and just like whisper to him.
Try to find his ear.
Yeah. There's some magic glyph on the ground by that boulder. It's pretty
I
big.
nod before realizing that Mel can't see me nodding.
Yeah.
Did you see him?
I nod again and then very quietly whisper, yes.
I have no fucking idea how to get rid of that glyph, though. It's probably meant to explode on us or something.
I do. Don't worry. Okay. Magic stuff.
Yeah. You think an ambush?
Definitely.
Fuck,
Get back. Warn everybody else.
Yeah. Fuck, I wanted to push him into the fucking lava.
Not yet.
Fair enough.
Wait for a good chance, though. Be a good way to send off some Imperials.
Alright. And we'll tug back as if she's going towards the group and then let go.
One more set of stealth checks with advantage.
$25.
Donald.
Ooh.
Ooh!
Very good.
All right. You head back. And rejoin the group. And that's where we'll pick things up next week.
Alrighty.
Cool.
So you guys have a week to think about it.
At dawn, we plan.
God damn, did I want to push him into the fucking lava.
Sneak up and push him into the lava.
Yeah.
We will. We just have to figure out how to get past
So
the
much.
You can certainly try.
I mean, I can just dispel it.
Well, you're
Dispel
back in the group
magic
now,
exists.
but it would break
Yeah.
the invisibility.
Yep.
Oh, I
Which
mean, we're not.
certainly would.
I'm not
It
doing
would
that.
certainly leave you standing in the middle of this room, like, yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that until we're going in, sort of thing. Because yeah, that would break invisibility.
Okay.
Sure shit
Well, we
wasn't
lived.
doing it while we were right there.
All right, so we'll pick things up there next week, where you guys can talk about what you want to do, and we'll maybe have a little planning session at the beginning, and then decide what you guys want to do.
Cool.
If you want to try to avoid them or fight them or what's up, but yeah.
Hey. Thanks for joining us, chat. Hope you had fun. We'll be back next week, I believe.
Yes.
Next week is
Next week
almost
would be
Christmas,
what?
but
Oh, what would that be? That's the 22nd.
22nd.
As far as I'm available. I'm not doing anything on the 22nd, so.
I'm good for that day.
I gotta work
Should
that
be
weekend,
okay.
so I'm not doing anything.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Game on.
Cool.
Game on.
Here comes the fight I've been sweating my balls off since level 3.
And you can
Fair
sweat
enough.
it. You can sweat it for a whole week in more intensified way.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
For you
All
see,
good.
they've put us in a room full of lava. You know what people generally don't like? When you shove them
I'm
into
into lava.
Yeah,
guys-
that was their thinking.
Yeah, you guys also forget you have a Thorin.
Yes, we have a barbarian. I'll take his
That's
shove
true.
attacks against any of theirs any day.
Barbarian, you have a Thorin.
Mm-hmm,
He's better than a barbarian.
It's barbarian with
Wait,
Thor.
You can be pushed though. You just can't go prone, right?
Me, I can't go prone.
But you could be
He
pushed.
can't be grappled or
Oh.
knocked prone while he's conscious.
All right, chat.
But he
My
can be
brain is
shoved.
gone.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
just
be pushed,
gonna
but
I'm just gonna
I
hop
can't go
off. Go
prone,
find your
and
favorite
I
streamer.
can't,
Send him love from
be
me.
grappled because of the belt.
You are all fucking
Yeah.
wonderful. I will see you Friday for Misty Shore
awesome
if you're
belt.
around
I
then.
think you should give that belt to Art.
Otherwise, you all have a wonderful, wonderful week.
Well, then Artanis needs to give me what he got.
Until next time, you all stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourself, and take care of each other. Bye-bye!
I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be